my God. Oh, what's that? Oh, beak. Oh, there's feathers. I can't eat this because you looked at it. If you didn't look at it and you put it in your mouth, you'd be like, oh yeah, it's all right.
That's my that's what I tell my wife every night. Just don't look at it.
Yeah. Just don't look at it,
Just
but it
don't look
tastes
at
good. Streaming or anything?
No, it's not live. It's not live. So
All right, true.
yeah, you're good. You're good. All right. Well, man, I just hit record. So welcome and thank you for listening and watching to your favorite podcast. This is your favorite podcast. This is the Maximum Filipino Show. And I know this is the only podcast that you watch. Tonight, or right now, we're doing a Learn Filipino pod. We have a special guest.
Yeah.
There's no further ado, for sure. I found our guest on TikTok, which I usually find our guests on TikTok. And then I went from TikTok to Instagram and watch all of his stuff, and it's amazing. It's awesome.
Yeah, good stuff.
He's 30 something. That's what he said.
Yeah, we'll leave it at that.
He's 30 something. He's from Canada, and of course he's Filipino. Please welcome Nick Aliwalas.
Yeah, what's going on?
What's up, man?
Thank you for having me, guys. Thank you for having me. What's going on?
Is this your first podcast? Have you ever done podcast before?
Kind of unofficially. I mean, like, for it to be labeled a podcast, and yeah, it's my first one. But like, you know, I've kind of done like the whole kind of video streaming type.
Okay.
Like, you know, just chatting on Twitch. You know.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
so you do Twitch?
Yeah, sometimes I kind of got into it. A really good friend of mine was really deep into it, and then he kind of like got me into it, and then I was on his show for a little bit. And
nice.
pretty much
That's
this,
awesome.
just like shooting the shit. I can curse, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You're welcome.
Okay.
You're I feel like that's too late. As soon as you said it, it's like, yeah, it doesn't matter now.
Putang ina, I'm so sorry.
Yes, that's right. That's perfect. All right. Well, I always ask our guests this because we're not. I love that I always premise this question.
Yeah, you do.
We're not a big account yet. At least not yet.
Not yet.
Keywords.
Not yet. We're hoping. We're grinding. You know what I mean? But when I hit you up and I said, "Hey, let's do a podcast together. You're a Filipino, and we showcase your talent, and you know we want to expose the world about Filipinos and things like that." But you said yes. I guess my question is, why did you say yes?
You know, I'm always any type of collaboration, and if anyone, like, especially if someone wants to reach out, and any type of in any form, be it a podcast or just like, even if like, you know, sometimes people reach out if they want to do like a singing duet or something.
Yeah.
like
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
Especially with TikTok. So anyone that kind of like reaches out, if they have an idea or if they have anything, like, who am I to say no? You know what I'm saying? I'm not like super famous to be like, nah. You know what I'm saying? But like, you know what? And as soon as you reached out, I was like, oh, this guy, like, you know, people must do the research, especially like if they want to go through the trouble to reach out and just say what's up, like, especially in this whole age of DMing, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So, you know, the DM is pretty strong. So like I had to say yes. And of course I'm all about, you know, like, supporting the Filipino brothers. You know?
Let's go. Yeah, I slid in your DMs. I did.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. Slid
I know. And I passed, bro. I passed.
Yeah.
I didn't even have to do pickup lines and all.
No. But I would have probably said yes faster.
Would have been a lot faster response. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Let's go. So you're from Toronto, right? Canada?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Canada. And you're Filipino. Are you half Filipino, full Filipino?
I'm full Filipino.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
All right. Did you move there? Were you born there? Tell us more about you. Like, any stories about you and your background?
Well, I was born in Toronto, born and raised. I lived here all my life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel like Kawhi Leonard when people ask about Kawhi Leonard, like, you gotta ask more questions.
Dude, I
can't just give you a whole spill.
Yo, I love that you're living the Toronto Raptors. I mean, you have the hat and you're referencing Kawhi Leonard, you know?
Yeah.
All I can say, though, I'm not starting the fight. Kawhi Leonard is a one-time champion. That's all I'm going to say.
Well, like, you mean with Toronto or just in general?
I think in general. You know, like
Well, I mean, there's a lot. That's a hot take.
it is a hot take. It is a hot take.
I mean,
And-
he won one with San Antonio. He was a rental for Toronto.
Right.
But it was a great rental. Sometimes that's what they got to do.
But
Right?
that was the best choice that he has made is to leave Spurs and become his own thing in Toronto. Like the best decision.
But his worst decision was leaving Toronto.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I don't even know what he's thinking. You know, like why? You have a
man.
great team in there, and then you just dip.
Everyone dipped when he dipped.
I know.
Oh,
I know.
wow.
It's not like
and he took everybody with him. He took Serge,
right.
and he took all these guys, and then but whatever, it is what it is. Water
Right.
under the bridge.
I know.
This guy's
He thinks he's like Chris Bosh, you know. I'm leaving Toronto. I'm going to Miami Heat, and that'll be awesome. No,
nah. But he didn't have LeBron James, man.
No,
Paul
exactly.
George. Who the fuck is Paul George, man?
or Dwayne Wade, you know, like you don't have them. Like, are you kidding me? No.
Oh man, he thought he'd be solid with Paul George, and then nothing happened, man.
Right.
Bumming it up in LA, but that's okay.
Yeah.
No bad blood with him. If he's listening, when he does listen. you know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
that's right.
That's right.
His iconic laugh, you know. He like owned that laugh. That's right. That's right. He owned that laugh.
Yeah.
So, are you into basketball? You living that real Filipino G?
I love watching basketball. I used to play it a little bit. Like
Okay.
whenever I have the chance to. I mean, it's difficult with COVID nowadays. I mean,
Yeah.
like you know, like it was easier before with the restrictions and when people in general, like they weren't too cautious about it. We would just do the ball run every couple weeks,
Right.
stuff here and there. But any chance I can play, any chance I can get, then I'll play. If someone wants to invite me, then I'll play. But other than that, I just love watching basketball. Like I love watching it, especially like the Raptors, of course.
Yeah, yeah.
But I mean, like this was a pretty crazy playoffs this year. It was pretty
Oof,
dense.
dude. I saw some of your pictures on Instagram. Do you like baseball too? Are you into baseball?
I'm into Toronto sports.
Okay, gotcha.
I'm not
Gotcha.
necessarily a huge baseball fan. I'm not necessarily a huge hockey fan, but I am a very much supportive Torontonian in terms of like anytime one of our teams if they need the support of the Torontonians, especially the Leafs, who have had this record of choking in the first round, and they still always seem to succeed in choking in the first round. But I'm a true Torontonian guy, and I'll support all of the teams, even though I'm not a big fan of them. And I wanted to bring my wife to baseball.
Yeah.
She's never been.
I mean, at least you guys got hockey locked in, you know. Canada hockey.
Yeah, okay.
It's like, I don't know.
Canada. Yeah, I don't know about Toronto, but Canada.
Canada. No,
Yeah,
Toronto,
okay.
Canada, not Toronto. For sure. And also, what do you call that sport in the Olympics? The one with the mopping thing? Curlers. The curlers.
Curling. Yeah,
curling.
Curling?
You guys got that locked in for sure.
Sure.
Like Canada sports. I mean, I think Michigan is the other way around. You know, like you can ask majority of Michiganders. We are so diehard fans of Michigan teams, but we always have a secondary team that we like. You know, for example, like Pistons, Tigers, even Red Wings. Maybe not a little bit of Red Wings, and especially Lions. When you ask Michiganders, like, "Hey, do you like the Lions?" Yeah, we like the Lions, but I also like this other team.
Yeah, it's usually the home team and whoever.
Exactly, because like we can't win. The Pistons cannot win. The Tigers cannot win. It's stupid, but we love them.
But you know what? The Detroit won that one year. The Pistons won, I think, 2004.
Yes, yeah.
That year
yeah.
with I think. Ben
the
Wallace
Bad
was
Boys.
there,
Oh
and,
yeah.
Chauncey Billups was there.
Oh
that
yeah.
was a great team. That was like a one and done. Just like. I hate to say it, but like that's just kind of like the Raptors right now. It's gonna be a long time. It's gonna be a long road before the Raptors get even close to getting a chip again. But
yeah,
you know what? You got to start somewhere, right? Just like Detroit.
Yes,
they have the pieces, but like. But you have Dwayne Casey, so that's your first problem. That's why we got rid of him. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, that's right. I don't know, man. It's tough. It's a tough team, and especially if you're going to West Coast and looking at, Golden State Warriors, LA Lakers. I'm like, yeah, there's no way we can win any championship right now.
But that's okay. But Filipinos are automatic Golden State Warriors
Yeah.
fans. So they love in the Philippines, man.
Yes.
It's all Steph Curry everywhere. Steph
Yeah.
Curry
Oh,
for the
man.
underarm ads, Rexona.
Exactly.
Fuck, he's in all the commercials. They love Steph Curry. And they hate LeBron James.
Yes, we do.
Wait, for real?
Like, Filipinos hate LeBron James. And
We
they
do.
love Steph Curry.
We do.
Bro.
Except that Miami Heat days of LeBron James. We all love LeBron James during that time.
Yeah,
But after that, it's just we hate him.
yeah, it's always he's so cocky.
Yeah.
He's so yabang.
Yes, that's
He's
right.
so mayabang.
All right.
Oh, man.
Where are you from the Philippines?
Well, my family, like my mom's side is from Batangas.
Okay.
And my and my dad's side is from like Rizal province.
Mm-hmm.
So but like I feel like growing up I was closer with my Batangas family, so I was always I consider myself like a taga Batangas, like
Yeah, let's go. Ala eh.
and my wife is and my wife is from Batangas as well. So.
Okay.
All right.
Is your wife pure Filipina too?
She is well, she identifies as Filipino.
Oh, gotcha.
No, she's Filipino, but like she has like Chinese blood.
Yeah, I saw that. You guys' wedding, bro. It was nice. Amazing. I saw your
thank you,
highlight.
man. Thank you.
Highlight wedding. It was awesome.
Thank you. Yeah. We got married just right before. I always make the joke that we got married and then the world ended. because literally we got married in January of 2020.
Oh my god.
Oh man,
bro.
just right
And
at
people,
Let's
and then
go.
people were like, we had family from the States and Canada and like all these places to come, and we were blessed enough that they came to see us get married,
Right.
and they even went to like Vietnam and Japan, and they were able to like travel as much as they did for that trip. And then we got home, and then fucking all this shit happened. Literally the weekend after we got married, the volcano erupted in the Philippines.
Oh shoot,
Oh,
that's
that
right.
right.
The Mount, what is that?
The
Taal.
Taal
Taal
volcano.
Did you guys get married in the Philippines?
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense.
Well, she's from there. I met her there, and then
Gotcha.
we got married there, and then she just got here. I sponsored her, and she just got here. Almost a year. Her year anniversary is coming
Let's
up.
go.
Oh, nice.
Let's go. Yeah. Dude.
Yeah, man.
How's she enjoying her transition from there to here?
Oh,
Or
she
from
likes
there
it.
to
Aside from like this, the snow and the cold. Because man, like I think you guys have the same climate
Oh,
as
yeah.
Toronto, right?
Oh,
You guys
yeah.
are just south of us, right? But
Right.
like, man, like it's more winter than it is summer. You know what I'm saying? We get like 8 months of solid winter, and then
Right. But we don't have.
it gets a little warmer, and then a solid 2 months of summer, and then
But we don't have moose in the Philippines. I heard moose can kill you in Canada.
Moose. You know what? I've never seen a live moose ever in my
Really?
life.
Oh, for real?
Nah, man, nah.
I thought that was a
They don't
common
like
thing
run
in
rampant
Canada.
here like the dogs in the Philippines. You know what I'm saying?
The
okay,
Ascals,
fair.
the Ascals.
Yeah, the Ascals. Yeah, they don't run rampant over here. But I don't think I've seen a moose in life. No, not even at the zoo, man. You know what's funny? I brought my wife to the zoo. Mm-hmm. And she wanted to see all these Canadian animals. We couldn't see shit, man. No, there was no moose. There was no beavers. Nothing, man. What the fuck? She's like,
Groundhog.
what kind of a zoo is this?
No groundhog at least.
Nah, bro.
Really?
Nah, man.
Wow.
Nah,
So
bro.
here in Michigan, right? So we have deer all over the place. When you're
Yeah.
driving, and they said you see a deer in the middle of the road, don't dodge the deer, right? Hit the deer, because you'll more likely survive hitting the deer than dodge the deer and hit a tree or something like that. In
Oh.
in Canada, I heard if you see a moose in the middle of the road, dodge the moose because you're more likely to die.
your car loses against the moose, man.
Yeah.
Wow. How
Dude.
big is these things?
Dude, they're
I think
humongous.
they're huge, man. They're like they're huge, bro.
Yeah.
Like they're like do you know what a carabao is? In the
Yes.
Philippines?
Yeah.
They're like 2 times of that.
Dude, yes.
Oh, wow.
They're big.
Yeah,
There's-
they're huge, man.
There's actually like 25 to 50 people died from moose stomping every year in Canada.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
You've been
dude.
doing your research, eh?
Oh yeah.
Oh man. I mean, the only time I know about or of a moose is mostly in the cartoon, and stuff like that.
Yeah,
But they make them,
Bullwinkle?
yeah, exactly. They make them look so small, but man,
And cute, you know.
well, I don't know about
Yeah,
cute, but they just
yeah.
small.
You know they swim too.
Hmm?
Yeah, bro, they can swim. Have you seen that video?
Man, you
that
know a lot about moose, eh? Holy.
You know that viral video? Have you seen that viral video with the moose like walking or running on water? It's like literally walking and running on water.
Oh, shit.
There's a
No,
boat
man,
right.
I haven't seen that
There's
one.
the boat right next to the moose, and the moose is just running.
Wow.
Oh shit!
Hey, I hear that. I hear that A in there. That A. Yeah, you got
Yeah.
you got the accent
You know what's
locked
fun?
in, huh?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah?
You know what? I say I don't have it, but it takes an American to tell me that I do have it.
Yeah.
Because I have Filipinos. I have relatives in LA,
Uh-huh.
and it's funny because they're like, "How come Canadians say A all the time?" I'm like, I don't say A. I think that's more of kind of like a white guy Canadian thing. And then I catch myself saying A in the same breath. I'm like, oh,
I do say A.
yeah.
In Upper Peninsula in UP here in Michigan, we kind of adopted the A because we're close to Canada, but we say A like EH. Yeah, instead of
It's the same EH.
yeah.
That's
Yours
how
is-
A is spelled here. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
but for us it's more like A, you know.
Yeah.
A.
But it's also the Batangas blood in me. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Where are you from? Where are you from?
I'm from Bulacan / Pampanga.
Oh, so far.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
a little farther. And you're Polynesian, right?
Yeah, I'm Samoan.
Yeah, we met in
Oh,
the
true.
Philippines.
Yeah, the Rock. Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, everyone refers to the Rock. All right.
No,
It's always the Rock or Jason Momoa.
or Maui. It's gotta be Maui, man.
Yeah, most
Come
has gone
on.
to Maui.
Which is basically the Rock.
Slight resemblance, man. Slight resemblance.
Shoot. Do you say out?
That's it.
Do you say out too? Out? Out?
I say I don't know, man. I say out.
Oh, you say out. Oh, you say out. Okay.
I say out the way that I think that's how you say it, right? Out.
Yeah.
Like outside.
Yeah. Not
Yeah,
like
yeah,
Oh, okay.
Canadians say a boat instead of about. A boat.
Yeah, that's a thing I never got. The boat.
Oh.
I don't say a boat.
Okay, how about the word process? Because I noticed you guys say process.
I feel like that's
Oh, that's a good one. I don't know what I say.
making me think is like
Process. I think I say process.
process.
Okay, all right.
Trust
Yeah.
the process. Trust the process.
Trust
the process. That doesn't sound right.
Yeah, but when I first heard it and they said the Canadian thing, I was like, what? They would say process.
Yeah.
Process.
I feel like we're doing a Canadian test 101 on you right now.
Yeah, we like to add U's everywhere.
Yes.
Like the way that we spell color is COLOUR.
Oh yeah, right.
Oh.
Yeah. Honor.
Yeah, honor, neighborhood.
Yeah. Right.
Neighborhood.
Neighbor.
Oh.
Do you spell theater TRE?
TRE.
Oh.
Theatre.
Yeah, theatre.
Yeah.
Here
And-
it's theater.
And like center, like
Yeah,
center.
that's
right.
Oh.
CENTRE.
Do you think that might be like a French kind of thing?
Yeah, I thought it was a
French.
like European thing.
Yeah, it's like a French because it's I think it's like Canadian English is also derived from French, like the Quebecois here, right?
Oh, that's
Quebec
true.
People. Yeah.
Yeah, and because my day job, and we have some services that connects with Canada, and we are dealing with French.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, they're a hothead. But yeah, it makes sense if Canada is like a mixture of France or whatever you call that.
Yeah. Well, Canadian French and France French is very different.
Mm.
Like
What?
there's similar words between the two of them, but if a person from France is speaking to like a person from Quebec, like can be like, what the fuck does this guy say? What the fuck is this guy talking about? This guy's speaking French? What the fuck?
Did you pick up the French lingo or no?
A little bit. I mean, like I can read it and I can make it sound like I know French by reading it.
Oh, okay.
But I wouldn't know what I was saying. But like I do know certain things. Like if it's being spoken to me, like I'll pick up on little things
Yeah.
here and there because it's Latin based too, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
like that's the way Tagalog is, right? Like Tagalog and Spanish and
Right.
French, like they're all Latin derived.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
like pantalon, right? Pantalon is the same in Spanish and French and Tagalog.
Yeah.
and-
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. So little things like that, it kind of helps.
Makes sense.
Let me ask you this, Kuya Nick. As a Filipino, pure Filipino who's born in Canada, but with Filipino parents, and I assume your parents kept some Filipino cultures in the household, right?
Oh yeah, lots.
Well, so growing up, what are the things that you realize right now, the things that you were doing in comparison to some Canadian natives or locals that you were like, oh man, I am Filipino because of the things that you're doing or saying, or maybe like you bring your own food from home to school instead of buying your own food.
Oh yeah, all the time. The bringing the tocino and rice. To
Yes,
school.
yes.
Fuck, all the
Tocino.
time.
So what are some things that you have been saying or doing since you were a kid, and now that you think about it, you realize, man, I am Filipino.
I don't know. There's a lot. It's just little things that I found like that I've kind of brought into, because I've been living out, like you live with your parents for
Right.
Yeah.
a lot of your life. It wasn't until I kind of left and I realized that like there are certain things like that Santo Nino in
Yeah.
that's for sure gotta come with us. You know what I'm saying? The Santo Nino, this guy here,
Yeah.
that's gotta be there. Like, but there's a lot of aspects to, like there's a lot of cultural things that I feel like that I found that were kind of weird to other people that like. I don't know. There's a lot, man. Like the food and just like the way, like just even just the upbringings of our parents.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like even just like because we're kind of reserved and we're kind of in a way we're kind of scared of our parents growing up, right?
Right.
You don't
right.
want to fuck
Right.
up, and you don't want to come home and fucking you don't want them to yell at you or whatever.
Yeah.
So then like when you're trying, like I learned as I grow up, like when you kind of look back, do you guys ever have this moment where you think of something you did like in the 3rd grade and you're like, oh fuck, why the fuck did I
all
do
the
that?
time.
All the time,
What
man.
do you mean 3rd grade? I'm like thinking about what I did last week. I'm like, crap, I shouldn't have said that. It's stupid.
But it's like it's little things like that, and then you think like, fuck, man, like I did that, like I acted that way because my parents told me it was wrong. Just like even something as simple as like going to the mall, like or
Yeah.
something like that. Because they want you to come home right away.
Right.
Just little things like that. And I also, my mom likes to say this thing. I thought it was just a general knowledge, like everyone said it. But my mom likes to say neat up, like NEAT, neat up.
Yeah.
When she wants to say like tidy up and clean.
Yeah.
So she says neat up the place, and it's just, I didn't even think of it because it's
Yeah.
English.
Yeah.
So then I just kind of like thought of it as just like, okay, whatever. So like at my workplace, I'll say like, yo, guys, just neat up the area or whatever. And they're like, what does he mean by neat up? I'm like, what the fuck do you mean neat up, clean up? They're like, neat up. I'm like, what the fuck? What is that? Just something that I knew, and then that's what I learned. That's just something that I'm the only one that knew.
And you're like, they'd be like, what'd you just call me?
Neat up.
I feel like you said an N-word in your own language in there.
Yeah. Would you call me?
What'd you
Call
call me?
HR on you right away.
right. One thing that bothered me, man, the most. So we moved here 2012, right? So I'm like just 10-year-old American. One thing that bothered me the most that I've seen a lot of Americans do is they bring their shoes from outside inside. Like
Oh, yeah, that
bothers
drives me
so-
fucking
oh
crazy,
my
man.
gosh, bro.
Why is that a thing?
I have no
I don't
idea.
know.
Like you watch television shows. Oh, so sorry to interrupt. Go ahead.
No. I'm just agreeing with you. I mean, there's some white people I know, white or like Americans. Like, I think it's the stupidest thing that us people bring our shoes inside and we want to keep it clean.
People will go and sleep on their couch
I know.
in their shoes.
Even on their
I
beds,
don't know
man.
why that. I don't know what like. I don't know what people are thinking.
That irks me. I'm like it. My mom will be mad at me because it's not just a Filipino thing. It's also in our culture in Samoan or Polynesian. We keep our shoes outside, and the moment they see shoes coming in, yeah, bah.
Nope. Nope.
No, man.
Do you change clothes when you get home from work or home? Like you have your own pambahay?
Oh
clothes?
yeah, it's like a ripped up T-shirt and some shorts. That's it, man.
Always,
Oh, man.
right? Always.
Yeah, always, man. Or a basketball jersey that's like faded.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
That's a Filipino thing for sure.
Wearing your
Basketball
jersey?
jerseys.
Yes.
Oh, all the time.
Yo, speaking of Filipino, okay, so in the Philippines, okay,
Yeah.
when you're part of like the inter barangay basketball leagues, there,
Yes.
okay, when you're in like the local basketball leagues,
Yeah.
they always base their jersey on an existing basketball team.
Yes.
They always try to base it on like
Right.
Yeah. Like
Golden
like a
State
parody.
or like Cleveland, or they do
Yeah,
a parody
yeah.
of it or whatever, right? I was at a thrift store the other day, maybe like last week, and I saw what I thought was a Golden State jersey. It was the same thing. And I looked at it and it said, I don't know what the team was, and in the back the name was like, the back was like Patenya or something like that. I'm like, yo, this was a Filipino jersey for sure. Someone donated their Filipino jersey. They were inter barangay league.
Yeah. Instead of Utah Jazz, it's Puta Jazz.
Yeah. Toronto Raptors.
Oh shoot, bro.
Oh man, that's funny. That's funny.
Man. Yeah, I lived in the Philippines for like a year when I was
nice.
20. And then I made friends with the locals there, and then they were like, "Oh, come play basketball with us." I said, "Okay, sure." And because I was on their team, they modeled the jersey after the Toronto Raptors, right?
Oh.
Yeah, they had the side. They had the with the chevrons on the side.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff. Yeah. That's what it is, man.
go.
They're really creative, yo, man. Filipinos, yo, they're mad creative.
Dude, they're crazy about parodies. We're crazy about parodies, like shows, songs. It's. I mean, I remember in high school, we ruined so many songs. We sexualized every love songs,
Oh,
and
yeah.
put sex in there, put everything in the song just to make it funny. And
Yeah, because sex is so funny to us. for
yeah,
some
I know exactly. I know.
like it's always there's this meme I saw where it's like, why did my dad wear this shirt to my baptism or my graduation, and it said like orgasm donor. It's always something with sex. They always parody it with the sex, and it's
Right.
like hilarious to Filipinos.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
That's funny. That is funny.
That's one of the humor that I notice is a big difference between American humor and Filipino humor. Like Americans, like Adam Sandler humor, fart, sneeze, poop, and things like that. In the Philippines, we don't find that funny. Like fart,
No.
burp, we don't find that funny. It's like, it's all right, it's disgusting, but it's not a laughable thing. But when it comes to sex, penis, vagina, it's a laughable thing.
Yeah,
Like-
man. If you watch like Bubble Gang,
Yes.
all this stuff, dude, man. I don't know. Okay, bro. I don't know if you know the. So you know the song Bulaklak, right?
Yeah.
So Bulaklak means flower.
Yes.
Right? It took me a long time to realize that meant something else. and then you listen to the lyrics, and it's talking about ang pula pula, ang kapal kapal, like it's thick and it's red. You're like, oh fuck, this guy's talking about a vag, bro.
No, because so the lyrics, right? The lyrics is like bubuka ang bulaklak, so the flower will open up, papasok ang reyna, and the queen will enter.
The queen.
The queen will enter.
Oh, the
papasok-
king, I guess. The
Yeah,
Reina
yeah.
is king, I guess.
No, Reina is queen.
Oh, Reina is queen.
Yeah.
Queen. Pardon me.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Papasok ang reyna, ang saya-saya. So the queen will enter, and she's really happy. Then bumtiyaya, it's basically like the sound that it makes. And in when I was a kid, we sang that song saying bumtiyaya buntis na. So you got pregnant.
Yeah. Filipinos are weird.
It is.
Oh man, but I love it. I
Yeah.
love the culture, man.
We
Oh,
were
same.
listening to one of these popular songs, and the lyrics said, "If I touch you, would you touch me back?" That was
Yo,
the lyric.
it was
yeah.
funny.
Like-
I mean, it's an actual Filipino singer, and I think the song was in English.
Yeah.
And then there was that lyric. We both caught on to that. And I'm like, what did he just say?
But I don't think he means it that way. I think he meant it as, if I touch your hand, if I grab your hand, will you grab me back kind of way. But
Yeah.
if you
But he
put
just left it.
if you translate it in American thing, it would be like, what do you mean touching me and then touching you?
Yeah, but like it's funny because like that's kind of like how it was very suggestive, even 90s Western music.
Yeah.
Like I think there's this, I forget what this, I think they're called LFO or B44, and the lyrics are literally, if you get down on me, I'll get down on you. Like seriously, yeah. I forget who sings that. I forget if it's before 4 or LF4 or something. That's literally what it is.
Yeah.
Bro.
Man, the 90s very suggestive, very different times. You could songs like that wouldn't pass now, man.
I was gonna ask you because you said you lived in the Philippines for a year. That's it.
Yeah.
And that was the first time and the last time you visited the Philippines?
No, I go often. I went a lot as a kid. Like every
Okay.
couple of years, I would go and visit as a kid, and then I lived there in the Philippines for a year, when I was in between college and like
Gotcha.
high school. So I kind of took the year off, and I had the opportunity to go over there for a year, and I landed a gig teaching music to kids.
Oh, let's go.
I was teaching like voice and piano and guitar to some kids there.
Yeah.
I saw that in your.
So you're teaching sex songs.
Oh yeah. The bulaklak, like acoustic version bulaklak.
you're teaching sex ed music.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
They must
let's
paid you the
go.
big bucks for that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. A whole 1,000 pesos a week, man. Like $50 a week. Well, imagine getting
that's good.
$50 a week.
Right. No, because it makes sense. We saw your very first TikTok video. And you were singing there, and we'd be like, "Oh, this dude can sing." Okay.
Yeah, and
What
I
was
saw-
my first TikTok video?
Street Fighter.
The Street Fighter.
The types of Filipino.
Yeah,
guys.
yeah, dude, that was awesome.
That was unique. Also, since we're on it, are most of your material on TikTok just original, or you just on the fly?
Well, lately they've been on TikTok. I've been kind of into the whole content creation thing since I was like 16.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
So like, I mean, well, that was kind of the birth of YouTube, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
all like, everyone, like they call it content creation now, but like before it was just, filmmaking, we'd like to call it, or whatever. However people want to take it, right?
That was when the few of the videos in YouTube are people getting their head cut off, two girls
When there was no
eating,
filter. There was, like, no
two
filter.
girls in one cup,
Yeah.
Those are
But
the
like
time.
YouTube back in the day was like, especially around 2008, that was like the rise of YouTube money.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
That was like Timothy Delgado, and that was all
right.
these people.
Oh my
and,
gosh. Right. Smosh.
Yeah, that was around
Oh,
20.
man.
Yeah, Smosh, all those guys, man. Like that. So like, and you think it's like, oh frig, man. Like, frig, why can't I do that, right? So I tried it along. I've been trying it for like, on and off, for a long time. It wasn't until lately like it kind of blew up. And TikTok is a different world, right?
yeah, it is.
Like depending on how your algorithm goes, the videos that you see and the people that jump on your TikTok videos, they're probably, it's like your niche, right?
Yeah.
Probably how you saw me was because it was Filipino stuff.
Actually,
Yep.
I was watching girls dancing, and then your FYP showed. I'm just playing. That's not what happened.
Nice.
Someone dancing
Sick.
in a sex Filipino song, and then you showed up.
Like,
Nice. Sick. That's how it came up. Sick. Yeah, man. Fuck. But yeah, TikTok's a different world, man. Like it wasn't like I was kind of in and out of it for a while. I went to school for broadcasting and film, and then I did work in the industry for a little bit, and then freelancing it's difficult to be a freelancer, right? Because it's work when there's work, and when there's no work, then you don't work.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
So you kind of constantly got to be grinding, and then I was kind of in the mindset where it's like, fuck, I just need something steady, and I need whatever. So then I had to take a break from it and kind of work in a field not related to what I took into school, but whatever was my day-to-day paying the bills. At the same time, on the side, whenever I could, make the videos here and there, then I definitely could, because I have the experience, and it became more of like a hobby than anything else. And I think it's great because, in terms of content creation for work, when you're working with somebody else, it's not necessarily your work. You can do the best video as an editor. I'm a video editor, like first, right? So as a video editor, it's like, if you're working with a client or if you're working under somebody, you can make the best video that you see in your eyes.
Right.
It doesn't matter, man.
Right.
if the client is like, oh yeah, you know that's cool, but like, you know, why don't you do it this way? And then you're like, oh, whatever. Okay, here, this is what you want, just do it, and then that's it. It takes the fun out of it, right?
Yeah.
So that's why I kind of like that I'm not doing it as a career right now, and I'm just kind of doing it for fun. And it's fun to see everyone enjoy it, you know?
Yeah.
Dude, I love this.
You're your own agent. You're your own talent. You're your own editor. You're everything.
Yeah, I mean, it's fun. But like, it's fun to create content that you create, and it's fun. Like, especially like, honestly, my TikTok started off as a Canadian. Like, I had the idea of a Canadian thing first.
Yeah.
Because that was the first video that kind of like went viral.
Yeah, I did see that. It's the hippo one, right?
The hippo one. Yeah. So I did that one, and it blew up like 180,000. And this is that's the first time I've created anything that had that much attention to it, right?
Yeah.
So then I tried the Canadian thing, and then TikTok is weird. Some videos will catch fire, and then some won't. You could, and I do this test on TikTok. I'll re-upload the same video maybe every so often to see if it catches fire, and sometimes it won't. Sometimes it won't, but sometimes it'll like blow up.
Yeah.
Like, there are times when I've uploaded a video, and then it'll get like 1,000 views, and then I'll upload it like the week later, and then I delete it and I upload it at another time on a different day, and it gets like 100,000 views.
Right. No, it is weird. Like, TikTok is so weird in a way that it's unsearchable, right? Your videos is unsearchable. You cannot search your video or any videos that you want to rewatch, and that's another thing. It's not rewatchable. Like, have you like scroll on TikTok and then you accidentally refreshed it?
Oh, and it's gone.
It's gone.
It's gone.
It's gone into oblivion. Like, you cannot find that video anymore.
Yeah. That's why like it's so fast paced, right? I feel like that's how the world is coming right now too. It's like, you gotta, if you really like it, you gotta do it the second you see it, and you gotta like it really quick. So that if you want to watch it again, then you can like.
Agreed.
You can see it.
That's true.
Yeah. They updated. It used to be like just 15 seconds, 15-second video, like there. Okay, that's it.
Yeah.
And then when they updated to 3 minutes, I got bored. Like, I seriously, like, I can't watch a 3-minute video anymore.
Yeah,
like,
man. It's Vine. Vine fucked it up, man.
It's true. It's
Vine,
true.
Okay, I did the Vine thing. It didn't blow up like how the TikTok did, but like Vine, you have to be really smart and you have to be really clever to get something and tell a story and do a punchline in 7 seconds, man.
Dude, it was crazy.
Nuts, man. Like that. Like there's a YouTube. There's YouTube celebrities, and then there's like Vine celebrities.
Yeah.
And like, you know, like, it's funny when you see some Vine people try to do longer videos. It's not as like King Bash. I love King Bash.
Yo,
so funny. His funnies. He's like such a funny guy.
Yes.
But like the videos that he did in TikTok or in Vine versus the stuff that he does now, it's not the same.
Yeah, that's why he went to stand up.
You know him as the 7-second guy,
right? That's why he went to stand up. That's him. Stand up comedy with him is, you know, the 7 seconds changing pace and things like that. That's working out for him right now, but YouTube is not. Like, Logan Paul worked out in Vine and YouTube because he changed up his pacing. You know, Japan is a downfall, but that's a different story.
Right.
Do you know Mighty Ducks?
Yeah.
Mighty Ducks is a Vine too, but when he went to YouTube, nothing. Nothing. He got.
But then TikTok came up, and then he blew up again.
Yeah, he blew up again. But
it's crazy, man.
You're right about the changing of the, like, they can't do it. You know what's the name? The B family, was it B family?
Yeah, AB family.
Yeah, AB family. Like, they were Vine too. They're Vine celebrity, and they tried a YouTube
thing.
They're
Canadian.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they're man. Those kids were growing up.
I know, man.
I randomly came across their TikTok video, and they're still doing it.
Yeah, I know. The little girl yelling. Oh my gosh.
She's like grown now. It's like watching. It's like when you watch. Did you guys watch Stranger Things?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like when you watch 11, you're like, oh.
Yeah, it's like, what?
Oh shit! I better not say anything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah, man, it's crazy.
I think is she 18 now? I think she's 18 now.
I'm not gonna talk.
Hey, come on, Drake got that girl for sure. I'm just like,
fuck, man. Yo, you can't be talking about.
I know.
I gotta hide this. You can't do that, man.
Hey, Drake is Canada for sure. For sure.
Yo, man.
For sure.
Drake is, do you guys like Drake?
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
Drake. You guys
Do you like his new album?
Let's talk about Drake real quick. This is good that we brought up Drake. Have you listened to Easy Mill?
That's a rapper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Filipino rapper.
No, you know what? I feel like I did. I feel like his thing came up in like Kumu.
Okay.
I might have been Kumu or something because I feel like I have seen that name before.
Dude, listen to IDK on YouTube. So the reason why I brought this up, the IDK alone, his bars is just phenomenal. It's so good, bro. Like you have to
really quick,
yeah, IDK Easy Mill. His whole setup, he was just in the kitchen.
Yeah.
He was just in the kitchen walking around. His editing was phenomenal.
His flows.
Yeah.
Was
But
made.
bars, bro, so heavy. Like he even said it in there.
Oh, I do know this guy. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
he even said in there, see if you can catch all my bars. Like it was heavy. But the reason why I mentioned that, in the last part of his that video, he said that he mentioned Drake. And he said, hey, Drake, I copied your flow in one of your songs. And because I think he got upset when Drake, during SNL, one of SNL episode, when he parodied Manny Pacquiao. And you know Manny Pacquiao in the Philippines.
Yeah.
Like you can't mess with
yeah.
Pacquiao. And like he was Manny Pacquiao, I don't know, like cosplay or something. And he's
The
making
SPs.
Yeah. And Easy Mill said that. It's like, yeah, you mimicking Manny Pacquiao, and things like that. So Canadians artists has been having a lot of beef in the Philippines. Like
Really?
Justin Bieber, because of
Oh,
Manny
why? What'd he
Pacquiao. When he fought Marquez and he got knocked out,
Okay.
Pacquiao got knocked out, and
Yeah.
Justin Bieber was making fun of Pacquiao. Like he did some memes and things like that. Like, yo, he used to be so big in the Philippines, and then when he did that, all the Bieber fans were like, "You're not welcome here." This was like
Wow.
this was like
It's
years
like
and
the
years
Beehive.
ago.
It's like Beyonce's Beehive.
Right?
That's how
Yeah.
Filipinos are to Manny Pacquiao. Yo, don't talk shit about Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah. I wonder though. I wonder if BTS, let's say BTS beefed with Pacquiao, what would our Filipinos do? Like, would they go?
No,
BTS?
I don't know, man. BTS is a different monster, man.
I know.
Like, they'd probably be like, yeah, you know what? You're right. I don't know.
That's
BTS said that?
That's
Oh,
complete
shit, man.
betrayal.
They're like, oh, BTS said that to Pacquiao? Oh, I guess that makes
I guess
sense.
they're right. Yeah.
Ah, you're right.
Damn. That's low.
Oh.
Do you like Drake? Are you a big Drake fan?
I do like Drake.
Yeah.
It was funny. I was talking about this earlier. It's so funny how where Drake came from, because especially like, you know, Drake here, like people always talk shit about him before.
Mm-hmm.
He always had, you know, people like, oh, this guy's so soft. Like, you know, like he always saying he started from the bottom, but this guy was rich. He grew up rich, blah, 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 whatever. But like, I mean, you know, everyone had their kind of beef with him, but like, I like him, man.
Dude,
I like what he's
know.
doing for this. I love what he's doing for the city. People don't, you know, everyone's a little subjective, like, you know, to each their own, right, with their opinion. But I feel like the addition of, especially with the Toronto Raptors, Drake has kind of really like, he's kind of redefined the franchise in a sense. I mean, yes, the players are there, but with the addition of Drake and his kind of like, especially in this meme culture, nowadays, like Drake is like he's really he's really done a lot for the city, and his music is good too. Like, fuck, man.
Yeah.
I love, like, my favorite album is, it's either Views or If You're Reading This It's Too Late. Great albums, and like his new stuff. Like, I like his new stuff, man.
You know
It's
what? You know what's my favorite Drake song? The one with the Kiki. Only because of the Kiki.
It's Kiki?
That's about it.
Oh man.
He knew that, man. This guy knew that.
No
All
way.
of his boys are Filipino, man.
No way.
They must have
Shut
told him
up.
that, bro.
What?
Yo, a lot of Drake's boys, they're Filipino, man. They must have said he must have known, bro.
Right.
That's why he did that's why he did Pacquiao so well, man. All of his boys are Filipino, man. That's not even a joke. That's legit. He's
Because
Filipino.
you remember that Kiki challenge? You know, when they're dancing, the
In
whole
the car
thing.
music.
I commented on, I posted on Facebook, and I said, during that whole trend, I said, whatever you do, don't ever ask a Filipino to do a Kiki challenge. And all my American friends are like, why? And I just put smiley face.
Yeah.
And one of them did the great job on Googling what Kiki means in Filipino.
Oh, nice. And it got like the anatomy photos.
Yes. And she commented on my post and said, people Google Kiki. They all did.
And then I got like 100,000 likes.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. It was so funny, man. When that thing came out, it was great. But you know, the Drake in NBA, I think he started the whole the celebrity I don't want to say making fun of NBA, but being part of the NBA. Because when he started that, Kevin Hart started doing too. You know what I mean? Him and Kevin Hart has that whole thing, and Kevin Hart blew up when they did the celebrity NBA All-Star games.
I feel like it was more like it was. Pardon me, sorry.
Yeah.
But I feel like it was more like he was more vocal about it. And then
Drake?
he's the one that Drake started the whole celebrities being more vocal during games.
Right.
In terms of like I in my opinion, I think because it's like, you know, celebrities have been at games. Like Jack Nicholson is the LA guy. He's the LA Lakers guy.
I agree, but because him and what's the name of that guy that just got slapped by Will Smith?
Chris
Rock, yeah. Both of them will just be in the sideline and not say anything. Yeah, for sure. They're like a big Lakers fan and they will just sit there and watch. But Drake will be vocal, standing up and, you know, being part of the whole thing. Like DJ Khaled tried to do it, but him is just funny. Like he will try to shoot the ball.
He's trying to bite on Drake too hard, man. He was massaging Eric Spoelstra.
Yeah.
It's no, man. Yo, that's Drake's thing. Leave it alone.
It's weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he started that whole thing, the whole being vocal and being like actively part of the whole NBA franchise. I actually thought before, and he might have been, I thought he has shares for Toronto. You know, like I thought he was a shareholder.
I'm not sure about his shares or how much of if he owns any of the team, or if he is just the global ambassador. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if he actually has any shares. Like Usher has shares of like Cleveland Cavaliers. That's why when Cleveland won, Usher was there. Why the fuck is Usher here, bro? And just like if Philadelphia were to win, I'm sure you'd see Will Smith. You know? That's because he's a part owner of the 76ers, I think.
Okay. Yeah, him and Kevin Hart are for sure Philadelphia. You know,
I see.
Yeah.
I don't know if those Philly guys. Fuck, man. Philadelphia, like Toronto and Philadelphia beef is like crazy.
Really?
Yeah, man. Well, it's just it was the whole Raptors thing first. Like, I mean, I think it was with Drake and Meek Mill. That was the whole thing. There was that whole beef with Drake and Meek Mill, and like, there was this whole beef between Toronto and Philadelphia, and people fucking hated Meek Mill. Like in Toronto, people hated Meek Mill for that whole thing when he said that Drake was a ghostwriter and all this and that. And I've never been so invested in beef in my entire life. I was every day it's like Googling Drake Meek Mill, trying to see all these updates and shit, man. But that's what's. But take this in, man. Drake went to Philadelphia. Like, this is how much people, like, even in Philly, people were hating on Meek Mill, man. Because this guy, Drake went to Philadelphia in a Philadelphia 76ers jersey, wearing an Irving jersey, number 6, and he performed back to back in Philadelphia, and everyone fucking sang the song, bro.
Oh, dude!
Whole Philadelphia, the whole stadium sang the song.
Let's go.
Nice.
Yo, man, Meek Mill, dude, he was in the dark. He's like Ja Rule for a little bit, man.
Who the heck is Meek Mill? I'm just kidding.
Oh, you don't know Meek Mill?
No, I do. I'm making fun, like, who the heck is that?
Yeah, we don't own him, bro. Yo, he's not Philly, bro.
Like,
just Boyz II Men. Just Boyz II Men and Kevin Hart.
Yes, that's right.
The Will Smith relationship isn't great right now. So that's okay.
Drake can rap and sing. Like, he can definitely, he has some He has some tunes. And we talked about this in the beginning of the pod, that Americans tend to hate Canadians. But in my opinion, we should thank you guys all the time for giving us Ryan Reynolds. Like that's gotta be the pinnacle.
You're welcome.
You know what I mean? That's gotta be the peak. You know, you can't hate Canadians and love Ryan Reynolds. It doesn't work hand in hand. You know,
there's a lot of Canadians that people forget. There's a lot of people in the States that people don't remember that Seth Rogen's Canadian.
Oh, is he?
Oh,
Seth Rogen is Canadian. Matthew Perry is Canadian.
Right. Celine Dion is Canadian.
Celine Dion
and Gosling. Ryan Gosling.
Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
There's so many people. And then there's Justin Bieber and The Weeknd. The Weeknd is from Scarborough.
Oh.
Scarborough's where I grew up. So
for real?
The Weeknd is from Scarborough.
Yeah. There are a lot.
Artists, man.
And of course, if you're a sports fan, you know, like a hockey fan, you cannot hate Canadians. There's a lot of great Canadian hockey players. You can't hate them.
Couldn't name one.
I can't name one.
Honestly, I have no idea, bro.
me neither. I'm Filipino. Who the heck likes hockey?
man. I have a Filipino friend who plays hockey, and I'm like, you sure you went to the right tryout? Like,
this is ice, right? Not dirt. This is ice.
You can't play in your chanelas here, man.
Oh, this is good.
I have my mom's.
this is fun.
I have my mom's backyard.
Yeah.
I'll walk around here.
So I guess you've picked up on a lot of Tagalog mannerisms and Tagalog phrases too.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh well.
No.
Filipino. I called you Waka. Yeah, for sure. He lived there for 4 years.
Because you must be surrounded. I'm assuming you guys have been boys from time. Like you guys have been boys for a while. Right?
Yeah. Like he just mentioned, I was in the Philippines for 4.5 years because I was there for schooling.
Cool.
Yeah, love the culture, love the people, man, love the vibe. Again, how it started, I was having second thoughts the moment I touched down. Everything was smooth sailing there.
Yeah.
Lots of similarities with Samoan, like
Agreed.
Polynesian and Filipino.
Oh yeah.
Yes, very much.
Even in the languages. Like I saw this video with I don't remember what the words were, but there was like certain words in Tagalog and certain words in Polynesian. Is that the name of the?
Polynesian is more like a general term for Samoan, Hawaiian, Tongan, and so forth.
So Samoan would be your language. Right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Samoan is the name of the dialect.
Yeah, we don't have he asked me some time ago too. It's like, so you are called Samoan and your language is Samoan? Yeah.
Yeah, not like Filipinos. Like we'll get cheese. Like we say cheesed in Toronto when we mean like upset.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like if someone says, like you speak Filipino, you're like no. No. That's not the way it works.
Why
you speak Tagalog like Chinese people. You always say, "Yo, do you speak Chinese?" No, man. Do you speak Cantonese? Do you speak Mandarin? Yo, man, they'll get mad, bro. Like, no, I don't speak Chinese. I speak Mandarin.
Oh shoot, bro, let's go.
You know, now that I think about it, that makes sense.
That's why for us we ask you if that's the case. There's a lot of similarities with in the Samoan language.
The numbers is very similar.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like in Tagalog, not the Spanish part. Like isa.
Isa is, and it's wait, I got a brain fart. Give me a sec.
To all Samoans viewers.
I'm sorry.
This is one of your
I just got a brain fart. Give me a sec.
This is one of your people right here.
Oh my goodness, I had a brain fart. Give me a sec.
He's Filipino. He's lying.
I'm thinking Tagalog way of counting because I know how to pronounce like isa, dalawa, tatlo. I know how to say it and it's stuck in my head. I'm trying to get to my language. Tasi, there you go.
Tasi, okay. Isa, dalawa,
Tasi, lua,
tatlo,
tolu,
apat,
fa,
lima, anim.
Oh yeah, it's really
it's very
really
similar.
Close.
Yeah,
very close. Some of the
someone said, I almost had a fight with them because they said, "Is Philippines like the Mexicans of Asia?" And I said, "No, we're the Samoans of Asia."
We're the Hawaiians. Of Asia.
Exactly, we are.
It was a Filipino New Zealand comedian that said that. I thought that was funny.
Yeah, we are the Samoans of Asia.
Yeah, but it's funny too because even like in Indonesia and stuff, like it's the same thing, the same similarities with the languages.
Yeah.
It's like I don't know if it was a joke or a video that I saw, and it was like, how do you say nail cutter in Indonesian? And then they're like gunting kuku.
Ah,
That's how you say it. And that's like kuku is like it's nails, right?
Yeah,
And then gunting is scissors, right?
That was
And then they're like, so how do you say it in Tagalog? And they're like, nail cutter.
Yo, someone asked me that. So they like, so this the same guy, right? This guy had like asked me so many questions and borderline racist too, because he said that so if people from China are called Chinese and people from Japan are called Japanese, are people from the Philippines called Filipinas? I said, you just realized you called us penises, right? and then he said, and then one time he asked me, he said, hey, is there water in the Philippines?
What?
I'm like,
It's called Philippines Island for a reason.
Yeah, it's called the Philippine
and not
Islands.
just that, like we drink water. Like
We just drink Coke
we drink Coke, but
in
anyway,
the Sacto bottles. That's all we drink.
yes, the
Or in the plastic
Yes.
bag.
yeah, the plastic bag with straw.
missed that.
But he asked me, he said, hey AJ, how do you say hello in your language? I said, so I thought about it. It's like, so I said, oh yeah, we do this. Hello. Yeah.
I think one of the biggest things with one of the biggest misconceptions, and I hate when people ask me this because I don't know what to tell them.
Yeah.
They're always saying, if Philippines is Philippines, how come Filipinos with an F? And I don't know what to tell them, man. Like, well, because it was discovered Philip something, but Philip is with a PH. That's why it's Philippines.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know. There's an F, man. Like,
No, because it's we don't have a PH word in the in Tagalog. We don't have a PH, and that the PH sound is F. So we just put it as F, like Philippines.
yeah, because technically it's Filipinas, right?
Yeah,
Like, that's
Filipinas,
how
yeah.
We would
The
say
Philip is from King Philip, Spain, and that's where we name. But
Hey, there you go. You got an answer to tell them.
and
Like, we
it's
don't
also-
Oh, there you go. So now, wait, I have to write that down. You say that again?
Yeah. And also,
I'll re-listen to the podcast. Give me the timestamp.
right. And also we have a problem pronouncing F and P, so that's probably why.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what? Okay, so I'm so glad that you brought that up because that's something I don't know if you've noticed in a lot. Like, I mean, you said you watched some of my videos.
Yeah.
I try not to. I feel like the tired stereotypes, let's call it, or that are the P and the B's and the F's and the D's or whatever, and the pointing with your lips.
Yeah.
Really tired of that. So that's why whenever I'm trying to make content, I always try to make it like I try to do it in a way that it's celebrating Filipino culture rather than kind of fun of it, right?
Yeah.
It's through past experiences, right? Like that's why when I do a lot of things from like, like I don't like when you watch my videos, you don't really hear me talk, right?
No.
Because I can't do a Filipino accent well. And I don't want to make it seem like I'm making fun of it. I don't want to make it seem,
Well,
just little mannerisms here and there. Like one of my favorite videos is the church one, right?
Oh, I saw that one. I saw
And
that one.
That hits home for everybody, man. Like in the Philippines,
Yes.
man. Even like riding the Jeep, like stuff like that. Like like because I love that's why I love Filipino creators and I love what everyone's doing. But I feel like there needs to be a line between making fun of Filipinos and celebrating being Filipino.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this though. I'm gonna tell this as a person who's lived my life in the Philippines, was born there. We and I don't know if I can speak for all Filipinos, but for all the friends that I know that's in the Philippines, we celebrate it. Like when when Americans, Canadians were born, either they're Americans or Canadians or Filipinos in Canada and America and things like that, and they try to speak Tagalog even with horrible Tagalog accent, we love it. Like, we don't feel like you're making fun of us. We feel like you're trying to be part of us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What's the name of that YouTuber? Bustos. He's from
Mikey
Australia.
Bustos.
Yeah, Mikey Bustos. That's his
He's from
content.
Toronto, yeah.
Yeah, that's his content. He's doing Filipino accent, Filipino English accent, and we love it. We thought it was funny. We thought it was great. And I think for me, it's more like because in the Philippines, here's the problem. We talked about this in our podcast all the time. One thing one of the best compliment that you can give a Filipino in the Philippines, if you tell them they have a great English accent. And if they speak English very well.
Yeah.
Because we hate the fact that we have a Tagalog English accent. Like we try to eliminate it as much as possible. Like we want to be fluent in English and things like that. But normalizing that it's okay to have a Tagalog English accent and it's fine and people accept it. It's good. I mean, it's a good content. You know what I mean? At least in my own point of view. So if someone is trying to imitate the Tagalog English accent, I think it's a good idea. You know, like if people are accepting that and they think it's fine, why would we shame it? You know what I mean?
Right. It's all like it depends on how it's done. I mean, like it's always depending on how it's done because there's a lot of people that do the Filipino accent to make fun of it. There's sometimes that people do the Filipino accent to like it doesn't really matter if they can do it well or if they can't. But I mean, like this is just in my own opinion. It's like I find when people do a lot of the Filipino accents on TikTok, it's a lot of like making fun of it. That's just me. I mean, people may think it's funny, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just in terms of like.
No, I hear you. No, absolutely.
Like I don't know, man. Like I see all these videos all the time of like when they they're saying, oh, if you want to compliment a girl, you just gotta say pek mo. You know what I'm saying?
I've seen those.
Like you know what I'm saying? It's like okay, it's funny, but it's like. You know, I don't know. I don't know. It's a weird area. It's a weird gray area. But like, I try to make my content enjoyable, but not poking fun at it. Just more to celebrate because I love being Filipino. I live. So you asked me if I've been to the Philippines. I go to Philippines a lot. Like especially after I met my wife, and it's like it got to the point where it became. You know, you get so culture shocked when you go abroad anywhere.
Right.
But whenever I went to the Philippines, it was just new. It was just like I never left.
What is the biggest culture shock you experienced?
When I went to the Philippines, it's hard to say now because everything's so normalized to me now. But like I feel like because the first time when I feel like the lizards was a huge thing for me. like that was really fucking weird. Like the lizards just like on your wall.
Have you ever pooped on by a lizard?
Oh, lots of times, man. Dude, man, it's just like a small white teardrop.
And it stinks. It stinks.
Yeah, it reeks, bro.
Oh my gosh. Now the next stage is, the first stage is seeing the lizard. The second stage is getting a lizard crawl on you. The third stage is getting pooped on. The final stage.
Oh, he skipped the second one then.
What? Oh yeah, the final stage is seeing a lizard fall right in front of you and die.
Oh yeah. Fuck, man, dude. And the cockroaches too, man.
Oh my
Rampant over there. Holy shit, I have a fucking crazy story for you. So I was in the Philippines and like I had seen cockroaches just kind of here and there. I must have been like 9-10 years old. And then I just saw cockroaches around. I didn't even think anything of them. Like, yeah, that's kind of weird, but whatever. And I just kept thinking in my head, like, fuck, I hope a cockroach doesn't, like, fall on my face. I just kept thinking it. I kept thinking it. And I was, like, watching TV on, like, my uncle's couch or whatever. And I remember, because the couch was, like, so I'm on the couch, and then there's a staircase that leads upstairs right beside the couch.
Yeah.
And I'm watching TV over there. So I'm just lying down on the couch, and I just look up. I swear to God, like, I look up for a second, and then something falls on me, on my face, and I went like, what the fuck? And then I saw like like a cockroach just walking off after it just came. I was like, holy fuck, man.
Okay.
That was fucking crazy.
I think that's a whole other level. I can only think about them flying, and that's when it's just...
That's the scariest cockroach. Like, I don't mind a cockroach
that just
crawling.
crawls.
Running.
But the one that flies...
Oh, yeah, the ones that fly, yo, that's nuts, man.
That's
the biggest, I feel like the biggest thing for there is just like the wildlife in general, just kind of being out and about. You don't see that in the States, or
No.
I mean, you see squirrels and some birds here.
Yeah.
But like, dude, they're like rampant everywhere.
Chickens.
Every time you turn your head, there's a chicken or a dog
definitely the dog.
There's always something, man. Or like a fucking lizard, everything.
You see two dogs having sex in the side of the
Yeah,
road.
man.
It's
Fucked
just
up.
it's weird. I had a huge fear of cockroaches when I was a kid, and the reason is I used to go to my my aunt's house, and for some reason they don't have a light in their bathroom, right? They only use natural lighting, which is it's just the wall, but the wall is not touching the other wall, so you have this huge gap, and that's the light that they're using, right?
Yeah.
And their toilet is on the ground, so you have to squat on the ground, right? So
Yeah.
I was a little kid, and I was pooping, and the next thing I know, I felt something crawling on my butt.
Oh,
Oh.
And there was a cockroach came out of the toilet and crawled on my butt. And from that
Holy
day on,
shit.
bro, I'm not even kidding, bro. It's just crawled right, not in my butt, just on my butt.
Oh, on your butt.
Yeah,
Not in your butt.
not in my
Okay.
butt. No, not.
It would have been unholy, not
Yeah.
holy.
You know what, man? I
That's a-
really miss I miss those washrooms, man. The outside washrooms.
Yeah.
The one where you have to take a shower and take a shit at the same time.
The tabo.
Oh,
The tabo.
bro.
Yeah,
Bro,
man.
bro. Yeah.
You take a shower in where the toilet is. There's no flush. It's just the bowl.
Yeah.
Yes,
the bowl
that's
and-
right.
You sit down and you take a shower and you take a shit and it's like, fuck, man, I miss that, man.
You use soap to wipe your butt. You wash your butt and wash your body.
Yeah,
It's the
and
same
then you
soap.
get a rock and then you scrub yourself with a rock.
Bro, let's go. Let's go. But you're clean. You're completely clean.
Yeah, man, you got like the cleanest skin.
Yeah.
You get all that
Wait,
lip bug off
wait,
of you,
what do you
bro.
mean skin? You don't have skin at all because you're like scrubbing it with
Scrubbing
a
with a
rock.
rock.
Yeah,
You
you
just
get
have
all the
meat.
lip bug off, man, and around your neck, like you get all the black skin off.
Right,
Fuck,
right,
man.
dude. It was
Oh,
it was
man.
crazy. So yeah, I mean, I had a friend who was hanging out. I was hanging out with. It was actually my cousin. I was hanging out with him, and we were just on the wall. You know, like the tambais in the Philippines. We have so many tambais in the Philippines.
Yeah.
We were hanging out. It was at night, and I was leaning on the wall while we were talking. And next thing I know, he was like looking above me, and I'm still talking. Like, what are you doing? And then he grabbed something on top of my head, like on the wall. He grabbed a butiki, and
Oh,
then he
man.
kept talking to me, and he bit the head off and started chewing
Oh,
it. I said, bro,
shit.
don't. No, we're not gonna have this conversation now. Like, I'm walking away. You can't be eating butiki right in front of me.
Yeah.
That's the weird. It's like, what?
Yeah, you got some
It's-
change?
Right.
Whoa.
It's like, what? It's protein. I'm hungry. Like, no.
What?
It's- they said it.
That's
it-
messed up, man.
they
Holy
said
cow.
it cures asthma.
We got Vicks for that, bro. We got Vicks.
It's true. Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Oh man.
Yo, so speaking of Vicks,
Uh-huh.
So Joe Coy, you guys know Joe Coy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oof. No.
Funny dude. Really fucking
if
funny
you're
guy.
a Filipino and you don't know Joe Coy, you need to revoke your citizenship as a Filipino. Like,
Yeah.
there's no way you don't know him.
But I was talking to my friends, and did you watch the one where he performed in the Philippines?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Joe Coy's comedy is great here in the States or in
Yeah.
Canada.
Yeah.
It's not funny in the
No,
Philippines.
not
man.
at all.
You
Not
like
at all.
like I remember seeing that special, and he like people love Joe Coy because he's Joe Coy in the Philippines.
Yeah.
But when he's doing his stand up, it doesn't relate to these guys.
No.
Yeah. It doesn't.
No.
Like these guys, he talks about, growing up in the Philippines. My mom did this, my mom did that. It like Filipinos, they don't know that, man. They don't like they don't know because that's Phil-Am struggles.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's growing up Phil-Am, not necessarily growing up Filipino.
Right. Right. Right.
No?
Like
Makes sense.
Filipino immigrants.
That's why I love Joe Coy. Like that's why this movie that he's putting out, it's for the Phil-Am,
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
for necessarily the Filipino from the Philippines.
When is that movie coming out? I saw the trailer like months ago.
In August.
Oh, is it in August? Okay, I saw it in months ago, but it's like, where is this movie? I've been waiting for
Yeah,
that
it's supposed to
movie.
be Easter Sunday, but it's being released in August.
Oh,
Yeah, because that's what
Oh,
it's
I
called.
forgot Easter's the thing.
gotcha. That's gotta be the first Hollywood Filipino movie, right?
Yes, yeah, like first mainstream with B-lister, because Tiffany Haddish is in it
Right.
and stuff. But I feel like there's this movie that came out last. I haven't seen it yet, but it's called the Four Fabulous Filipino Brothers. It's with
Oh,
Dante.
really?
You know who Dante Basco is?
Yeah.
Dante Basco and his brothers They star in it. It's a movie about that.
Gotcha.
I haven't seen it.
I didn't know.
I don't know if you would consider that as a Hollywood one, but like I feel like this Joe Coy one is probably one of the first ones that everyone is gonna see because people know Joe Coy.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Yeah.
Like
everyone.
Doesn't matter if you're Filipino or not.
Right.
So this is why I think it's great for the Filipinos especially in the Western, in where we live, to get kind of our story told, because it is what it is. Like that's how it is. Like growing up with your, having to be a nurse. Like you got to be a nurse. Always got to be a nurse, right? Fuck, man. But it's funny. Like fuck, I'm kind of fortunate that like my parents didn't really push me to be a nurse. I was kind of fortunate that they're like, you know what, whatever you're good at, find out what you're good at, and then do that for your career.
Yo, so
my kids are gonna be nurses. I'm gonna tell you.
No way, really?
What?
Yo, man, I want my kids to be nurses, man. Fuck that,
I asked my mom, right? I said, "Hey, mom, my mom loves me, right? I'm so close to my mom, and I think Filipinos were like mama's boys for the most part.
Filipino
right?
boys, always mama's boys.
Always. But I asked my mom. I said, "Hey, how come? So this whole nursing trend, because it was us millennials." That nursing trend happened, right? I asked my mom. It's like, hey, how come you never like push me or force me or even ask me if I want to be a nurse? And she said, AJ, I know your capabilities. I know you're not gonna pass as a nurse, so I never ask you. I'm like, oh, thanks a lot, mom.
Thanks, I guess. So, I'm late for my shift at McDonald's.
I know. She said, you got to be smart to be a nurse. You cannot pass to be a nurse. I'm like, oh,
damn.
All right, fine.
Hey, man, I like that though. At least they're forward with it,
right?
Because there's always a thing of like there's always this toxicity. Of Filipino parents with their kids. It's like huge, man. That's why I'm like, I'm pretty fortunate that my parents weren't like that. But there's a lot of Filipinos, man, that like,
I agree.
Like they like their parents' word was like,
I agree.
Like you had to follow their shit.
Like it was absolute,
or they disown you, man. Like they would
that's a big Asian culture, like not just Filipinos. Because have you seen the what is that Disney movie? The Red, is it Red?
Turning Red?
Yeah. Turning Red.
Oh, Turning Red.
That's so close to Filipino culture, like the parents, it's the whole shame culture that what will our neighbors think if you're gonna do this,
It's always the daughter and the mom.
Right. Oh shoot.
It's always the daughter and the mom. Always the daughter and the mom.
Like what Joko said,
Yeah.
His sisters left.
I'm fucking out of here.
I know. As soon as they turn 18, they leave, and then him.
Yeah, man. It's always the struggle between the moms. It's always the struggle between the daughters and the moms, man, all the time.
Yeah.
I always tell my sisters. I have a sister with a daughter, and then another sister with 2 daughters. I'm like, bro, fucking good luck to you guys, man. Holy shit. I know that if I have a daughter, she's gonna love me, but your daughters are gonna hate you, bro.
That's right. That was my sister. We got here 2012. As soon as she turned 16, she's like, what is that? Not emancipating. What is that thing that they said when you haven't turned 18 yet, but you're like want to be separated from your parents?
It's not emancipated.
I don't know.
I think it's emancipated.
Is it emancipated? Yeah, it is emancipated.
Yeah.
I said, what does that even mean? I asked her, what does that even mean? And she told me the whole thing. I'm like, how'd you know that? I Googled it because I don't want to live in this house. She's like, oh, shoot.
Damn.
I'm living here till I get married. What are you talking about, man?
It's free food. What do you mean? Like, my mom washed my clothes. I don't have to do anything?
Yeah, man. Fuck. Dude. This whole thing about when you're... Sorry, go ahead.
When are you planning to go back to the Philippines?
Fuck, I don't know, man. I would love to go back, like, ASAP, right? Like, I want to go back... I want to go back in February. I was just talking to my wife, actually.
Yeah.
Like, minutes before you called.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to go in February.
Nice.
Just because, like, COVID's kind of it's lining up a little bit, and the restrictions are kind of lining up. So, I kind of want to go sooner rather than later. But I have to find a realistic timeline, right?
Just
so
don't get stuck there.
February.
Just don't get stuck.
That's why I am scared to travel, man.
Yeah.
And especially in the Philippines, you can't just go to the Philippines for a week.
Yeah.
No, you can't.
Always being there for like you gotta make it a month. Like,
Yeah.
You can't do
a
nothing
week
in
is
2
just
weeks.
jet lag.
Yeah, I'm trying to get over
Man,
jet
it's
lag.
like, oh fuck, I'm just over jet lag. All right, we gotta go.
Yeah, and the time difference is 12 hours, so it's like yeah, it's gonna be different.
Yeah, you lose a day when you go over there.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
So
Do you have any plans when you go? Like anything that you wanna?
Well, me and my wife went to Palawan for our honeymoon.
Oh, dude.
Oh, nice spot.
So, yo, man, if you guys ever go, you gotta go. So we went to San Vicente.
Okay.
That's because the main spots in Palawan are usually El Nido or Puerto Princesa.
Yep.
My wife suggested San Vicente because it was kind of on the up and coming. I don't know about now.
Yeah.
But like it was kind of on the up and coming because it's like it wasn't like touristy like El Nido and thing.
Yeah.
Puerto Princesa, but it's like if you wanted the island vibe and you just like by yourself and nobody around you, though, you gotta go to San Vicente.
Okay.
Man.
Let's go. Did you try the tamilok?
Is that the alligator?
No, that's the worm.
No, I don't think I did. No.
Okay. Did you try
No.
balut?
Yeah, balut. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you like it?
I think it's good. I don't. Here's my thing with balut. People look at it. People dissect it and they look at it and then they get grossed out. The thing you gotta do is just peel it and eat it.
Yeah.
Or just take your spoon if it's in the bowl, just cut it and then just eat it.
Yeah.
Like
It's true.
when people eat bullet, they're always like, "Oh my god! Oh, what's that? Oh, beak! Oh, there's feathers! I can't eat this," because you looked at it. If you didn't look at it and you put it in your mouth, you'd be like, "Oh yeah, it's all right."
That's my that's what I tell my wife every night. Just don't look at it.
Yeah. Just don't look at it,
Just
but
don't
it
look
tastes
at
good.
Yeah, exactly.
Outside of the country, automatically you're U.S.
Yeah,
Europe,
you got money, man.
from Europe or Aussie, from New Zealand. You're a foreigner. You jump into the Philippines.
Yeah.
Automatic U.S.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
So you're white. You're American,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, they always say, "Oh, hey, America." That's the only thing.
Yeah.
So
I'd be walking by the palenque, by the market, and I was living there for a while, and they'd be like, "Hey, America," and I have to be like, "Nah, hey, Canada."
It's true. Yeah, I tell my friends this, right? So there's I'm gonna ask you this in a little bit because I saw some of your posts, but I tell people this. They're like, I mean, there's racism going on, anywhere, right?
Yeah.
And people are really sensitive around here when they don't say things like this, and they don't act the same, or anyway, they don't do certain things because they don't want to be called racist. And I'm like, as a Filipino native, I thought to myself, and I compare my life in the Philippines and what we have done. I'm like, we are a bunch of racist people based on what you're saying right now. Like we see a Indian dude. Oh, that guy's Bombay. Like,
Oh yeah, big time. Yeah, man.
We see a Chinese dude and we start squinting our eyes and we thought it was funny. It was like, oh, this is nothing. And like, oh my gosh, what are we doing?
I mean, I know, man. It's different. It's a different world nowadays. But then it's like that's something that needs to that's something we need to wash off.
Yeah.
Us now, because I
Right.
mean, like it was different for our parents. Because I mean, I think people our age now. I'm assuming you guys late 20s, early 30s.
I'm 31.
Yeah. So like, essentially, our generation is first generation American or Canadian.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So we're the ones that gotta wash that shit off so that doesn't spread to our kids. Right?
Right.
Because that's hard, man. Because that's hard to wash off. It is, and like because like. There's a lot of people that have been here like, oh, I'm like 6th generation Canadian. I'm 6th generation American. Like a lot of our age group, like born in the 90s, born in the 80s, we're like the first, like that's when our parents immigrated to Canada.
Yeah.
I find.
Yeah.
Right? So
Agreed.
it's up to us to kind of wash that shit off, because it's like, it's toxic, man.
Right. My parents wanted us to marry a white person, right? I married a white girl. And
Because of what your
we have
mom
this
said?
we have this whole connotation of, oh, you have to like a white person, like white is beauty, because you went to the Philippines and we have whitening soap, whitening lotion, whitening cream, and all that thing. So we want to be white and fair skin. It has nothing to do. It has nothing against black people. It's just that is the culture of beauty in the Philippines. Like here,
You wanna get
Americans
lighter.
want to be tan. Like
Yep.
that's
Right.
the standard.
It's the backwards. It's
Yeah.
backwards. Here.
Right,
You
right.
want to be tan so that you look like you came from vacation. And you're well-rested.
So
Over
my-
there, it's like, oh, you work under the sun. Fuck, you're poor as hell.
Yeah.
That's how it is over there.
So my sister is dating the blackest dude you can ever find around the area. The dude is dark. And
Yeah, he black.
I told him, bro, if you go in at night and close your eyes and close your mouth, I cannot see you. You look like, I told him this. I said, you look like an unlocked character in my game. I haven't. Oh no, locked. Like I haven't unlocked you yet.
Yeah. Oh man.
And he
That's
thought it
funny.
was funny. But yeah, my sister is like, you know what? You guys like white people? Fine. I'm gonna date a black guy. And he's awesome. Tess is awesome. Shout out to Tess. He's really awesome.
Oh man.
So I saw one of your posts in Instagram. I think it's one of your first posts. I have no idea really in what's going on in Canada, but here in America, there's some stuff going on somewhere, but not in our area. So what's the deal with the Asian hate thing going on right now? Because you're in the heart of Toronto, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is it just prevalent around there?
I feel like it's everywhere.
Yeah.
I feel like from the things that I've seen on social media and stuff, I find a lot of it is in the States. This is just
Yeah.
from what I've
Yeah.
personally seen.
Yeah.
It is there's racism everywhere, like
Yeah.
in Toronto, be it Asian or black or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I just think in general, just like yeah, because I think you're referring to that Stop Asian Hate
Yeah,
thing,
yeah,
right,
yeah.
that I saw.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it sucks, man. It sucks. It kind of sucks for everybody everywhere. Like,
Yeah.
just in terms of here, I personally haven't seen any attacks on my end.
Right.
Like, I haven't firsthand seen anything, but
Mm-hmm.
there are a lot of there are every day. Like, there's always something
Yeah.
some people get set on fire and shit. Like,
Yeah.
that's fucking
Yeah.
crazy, man. Like, it sucks. Like, it sucks. It's a sad time, and it's kind of scary in a sense to be kind of
Like
you know,
raising
for our-
raising our kids, and that's my wife and I are talking about that, because our kids are half Filipinos, half American, and they're like, my wife's always worried about that, like when our kids go to school, how are they going to be treated because of this whole thing going on. But the funny thing, this whole thing is not funny, but to me the funny part is all these people that are racist against Asian people, like hating Asian people, they cannot group Filipinos anywhere. Like they don't know where to put us. Like they're confused. Like I have one old coworker called me jokingly. I had no idea what the word means. He called me a gook. Like, what does that mean? Like I have no idea. So I had to Google it, and it was a term that they call Vietnamese during the Vietnam War. It's more like for the Vietnamese. I'm like.
Right.
But there's no specific a specific derogatory word for Filipinos or anything, and of course you're if you're informed enough, you would know that the stereotypes for Filipinos are nurses and all that, but they don't know that. They just want to include us in.
Yeah.
It's either in Asian. I was called one time. I was called a sand N-word. I was called that. I was confused. I'm like, you do know I'm not Arab, right? Like, what is happening right now? I'm Filipino. It was so weird.
It's weird because I mean, like, I just think like the whole Southeast Asian Pacific Islander kind of thing too, because it's like, the whole thing about Pangea or Pangea.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You know that whole theory, if it's a theory,
Yeah.
that the world was one piece of land at one point, right? That's why I think that I think there's for the Pacific Islanders / Asia, like us, especially in the Philippines, we're close to Asia, so we're considered like
Asians.
we are in Asia. So
Yeah,
we're
we are in
considered
continent of Asia. Yeah.
But like with the whole thing with the history of our ancestries and all this and that. This is just again, I'm not a
No,
scientist
yeah.
or anything.
Yeah.
But it's like I think that it was all one island at one point, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is why, and then like this is why Polynesian and Filipinos kind of look similar, but there's distinct differences in a Polynesian person versus a Filipino,
right?
Because Filipinos, I feel like Samoans and maybe Hawaiians are Hawaiians considered Polynesian?
Yeah,
I guess so,
yes.
right?
Yeah.
Like they're kind of more pure in a sense of that whole Pacific Islander type.
Right.
Yeah,
vibe,
because
right?
we're
but
like,
because the
we're
Filipinos are mixed.
Yeah, super mixed.
China and Japan and Spain and India.
Yeah.
Yep. Malaysia.
Like, that's why Filipinos
Malaysia,
are like,
Indonesia. Like we're so mixed.
yeah. That's why that's my take on it. This is kind of like why there's this. I don't know why it was even a thing. Why people are like there's this whole identity crisis with Filipinos in terms of if they're considered Pacific Islanders or Asian.
Oh my gosh,
like,
bro!
Okay.
like,
I am so done with that argument.
why? Like, who cares?
Exactly.
I'm Filipino. That's it.
I kid you not, and I was just telling him, I kid you not, the word Pacific Islander did not become an actual official word until it became popular, because it's Pacific Islander. What we're really called is Polynesian, and the other one's Micronesian, and the other is Melanesian, and also, and there goes Asian. We have the Jun somewhere, and some reasons like, hey, let's just call them Pacific Island. Let's just put them in on one shot, Pacific Island,
because it's in the Pacific Island.
Exactly.
Pacific
But I don't
Ocean
think it's like an actual word until it got used so common. It's like, okay, let's just make it the official word.
Right. I mean, Hawaii is considered Pacific Islander, but because it's territory of United States, or not territory, it's not. It's a state.
It's a state.
It's not just a territory. You know, like it's not a Pacific Islander on papers, but on geography, it is in Pacific.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, so like that's why it's like Indians are technically Asian. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I know.
Yeah.
It's weird. Like if you go Middle Easterns, those are Asians. Majority of Russia is Asian.
Yeah, so these Russian guys, they're not European, man. They're not. They're Chinese, man.
They're Chinese. That's another thing too. You know, Joko mentioned that. He said that, and one of my favorite comedian. He's actually from Canada, Russell Peters. I love Russell Peters. He's one of my favorite comedian. He said that. You know, it's effed up. He said, it's effed up that when someone said Asian, we always think about Chinese people, Japanese people or Koreans. And then he said, we're Asians too, we're just better drivers, he said.
Yeah, that's true though, man. Fuck.
Oh my god, bro. So what's next with you with content creation? So you're in TikTok right now. Are you going back to YouTube?
I don't know, man. I haven't really thought of anything in terms of whenever I make content, it's just kind of like literally whenever I think about it, I write it down, and if I have time to film it, then I'll do it, right?
Yeah.
I have one comment. Actually, my wife thought of this idea where it was like, I can see you in the shop.
Yeah, I see her shadow.
Yeah. It's okay. You can say
hello,
hi.
Mrs.
Hello, Mrs.
Oh, they're saying hi.
Hello po.
Ayoko na daw. She's in pambahay, man.
Yes.
Okay lang.
No, just your shadow. I mean, your whole thing wasn't in there anyways.
Yeah.
So she came up with, I credit a lot of the ideas to my wife as well, because she's usually there when I think of it.
Yeah.
She'd be like, oh, you got to write it down. So she has this idea where I have to do it, but I'm waiting for a nice day.
Yeah.
You know when it's like really hot and you're outside and you want the wind to come, then you go.
Oh, that's superstition.
Yo, I saw this on TikTok. I think it's on TikTok. I don't even know, but I saw it somewhere. They said, the Avatar, right? Last Airbender in Nickelodeon. Yeah. He said, we are the original airbenders. Because we just whistle. And for some reason it works. You whistle and there's wind. It's so weird.
I know, man.
Well, I need to try that. Does it only work in the Philippines?
No, it works
here, man.
No,
Anywhere.
seriously.
Okay.
So
If you whistle and you believe.
Whistle and believe. The key word, believe.
Yeah,
I was
believe and whistle. Yeah, it depends on the pitch and the frequency. And like,
So, is it
the
higher?
higher the frequency, the stronger the wind is.
Bro, that was good.
Nice,
We went camping last 4th of July weekend. Went camping in the woods, and one of the kids have a kite, and he doesn't know how to fly a kite, and it just my Filipino instinct just kicked in and just absorbed me. Like my Filipino native is just
Your instincts.
I just summoned it like a summoning jutsu. It's like boom, I'm a Filipino again. I held that kite, and it just naturally started whistling. And then my wife said, "What are you doing? Leave me alone. I'm calling the wind."
Oh, that's a good idea too with the kite. Oh, that's a good idea, man.
Dude, we do it all the time. As soon as you held the kite and there's no wind, you whistle. And for some odd reason, wind start gushing. It was like, oh wow.
Like calling the wind like a dog.
If you get a dog whistle, then the hurricane will come, man.
How about a rape whistle? What would happen?
Oh fuck, man! You don't want to. It rains.
Shoot, that was good. You are
That's
up to date. You're up to date to
Yeah.
Philippine popular culture.
Oh yeah, man. Well, it helps with my wife being here, and
Yeah.
again, like the TikTok, it really help. It's really because with me making Filipino content,
Yeah.
it in turn gives me Filipino content
Right,
that I watch,
right,
right?
yeah.
So I mean, I'm kind of in touch with everything that's happening there, especially with the whole election that's happening.
Right.
But yeah, it is a crazy time in the Philippines right now. But we just gotta hope that everything goes well over there, and hope that our
Shoot.
families are doing well over there, and that's it, right? It's just gotta hope for the best.
We're just gonna have another people power. That's we're gonna have an EDSA rally again because that's.
Yeah.
What's your statistics look like? Do you have more Filipinos in the Philippines or?
You know what? My audience is in the States.
Really?
Oh.
A lot of them are from the States. It's like 60% States, and then like 30% Canada, and like 10% Philippines.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, it's the Phil-Am culture.
Yeah.
Everyone, like the whole growing up Filipino hashtag.
Right. No, seriously.
Right?
Your
Growing up
editing,
Asian.
Your editing skills is phenomenal,
Yeah,
by
it's
the way.
awesome, by the way.
Oh, thank you, man.
That Street Fighter,
Thanks.
it was
It was good. And then when you mentioned that you were an editor, I was like, oh, that makes total sense. Because I
Yeah.
looked at all most of your stuff. It's like, are these all just original, made up, and stuff like that? Like, it's not like I see you
No,
doing
it's
copy
good.
and paste. You do it good.
Yeah. You should
Oh
do-
yeah, thanks, man. Like again, I've been doing it since I was like
Yeah.
15 years old, right?
Yeah.
A big contribution to my interest in it was Wong Fu Productions, right? If you know who Wong Fu Productions,
that sounds
is.
familiar.
It's this Chinese American film group,
Oh, yes.
and they did
Yeah.
this show. They did this thing called Strangers Again. Maybe you've seen that.
Yep. Yeah.
They were the ones that kind of got me into it, and then it was the combination of that, and then I don't know if you know these guys, Touch Blue. If you remember Touch Blue, it was these four
sounds
Filipino
sexual.
comedians.
That's red. There's blue.
And they had a sketch comedy group kind of
Yeah.
thing. They made short films here and there. If I can find the links for their videos, I'll DM you and watch them.
Okay.
No, shoot.
And
let's
that
go.
was a big kind of contribution as to why I kind of got into video editing.
Oh, nice.
And like making videos. Was because I saw these Filipino guys and these Chinese guys, and they were like, "Fuck, man, they're doing it themselves."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's kind of like what got me into it. So I've been
Right.
editing for a long time. But thank you, I
Nice.
really appreciate
Dude,
it.
Nice.
you should
You,
do
telling me
when
that.
you did that Street Fighter a TikTok. I was like, man, he should have done like a mom version of that. Choose your weapon. You know, you have a pasaway kid. Choose your
Oh,
weapon.
yeah.
You know, you have a
Like,
sandok. You have a walis tambo. You have chinelas. You know? Choose your weapon.
We have all of that in our house.
Yes.
Well, there you go.
A hanger. You have belt buckle.
We
you
have
know,
the
like, it doesn't matter.
Walis Ting Ting, and we have the Walis Tambo. Everything, man.
We call it shanse, which is, I think it's in Spanish. You know the spatula, the metal spatula,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
we don't use wooden spatula, we use metal.
Yeah. It's sharper, you know?
Yeah,
Sharper,
which
he
is
says.
so weird. So in the Philippines, my parents have the the full metal, like a full metal spatula. So when you're cooking and it's too hot, you can't touch it. It was it's so pointless. It's so pointless.
And then we look like Captain America,
right?
with the shield.
How are you with consuming rice?
Great.
Great. I'm with you there, man. I'm not too far behind you.
It's I don't know, man. It like there's always this myth. I think to me it's a myth.
Yeah.
But maybe that's just me denying that it's the rice that's causing my weight gain. You know what I'm saying? But it's like when people in the Philippines, it's always like, oh, reduce ka. Mag-reduce ka.
Yeah,
they always say
ka.
when they want to say that you want to lose weight, they won't say you should lose weight. You say reduce.
Yeah.
Reduce.
Dude, that is so
like
true.
reduce.
That
Reduce
is so
your
true.
rice.
Yeah.
Reduce your rice.
Yeah.
So then the one cup only. Because there, it's like they're really like
It's mountain.
putting it on your plate.
Yeah,
man.
and then you have one meat on top of
Like
it.
one piece of meat.
Yeah, man. But you gotta make sure that you have more rice than your ulam. Man. Me and my wife, we tried to. Well, we're trying to. Well, we are currently doing it. We're eating like brown rice. It's okay.
I was just gonna say you can't turn away from our Filipino roots, man. You can't do brown rice.
No.
We do not do brown rice.
It doesn't taste right, man.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
know.
okay. It's okay. It helps that my wife can cook really well. Right?
Nice.
But I mean, like, it's like
Shout out to your
like,
missus.
Adobo needs the sticky white rice.
Yes. Yes. My wife.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
If the rice doesn't look like mashed potatoes, you're eating the wrong rice. You know what I'm saying? If you can see rice grains, you're like, oh fuck.
No,
man.
it's not good.
This must be like basmati rice or something. Basmati is rice is like it's like the bootleg jasmine rice.
Bootleg
There's been so
jasmine
many
rice?
times where, dude, there's so many times I've had frigging basmati rice thinking that it's white rice, and I'm like, I can see the grains, man. That's not white rice, bro.
Let's go. It has to turn to like arroz caldo or champurrado.
Yeah. And you gotta, and then when it needs to be, sticky enough, and it needs so that when you put it in the fridge, you can fry it the next
Yes.
day.
Yep.
It's like
Yes.
fried rice, man.
When I was a kid, I used to use rice as glue because it's too sticky.
yeah?
Yeah, bro, it works. It's so cheap.
Shit, man.
So cheap.
That's so funny, man. And then like for some reason there's always rice on your clothes. There's like pieces of dry rice on your clothes. You didn't even realize
agreed.
it. You could have been out the whole day.
Yeah.
And then there's just a piece of rice that you had on your shirt the entire time.
The worst feeling ever is stepping on rice. And then they were like in between your toes, and it sticks there.
Yeah.
It was the worst.
And
Okay.
it really stabs you, man.
Yeah,
It stabs you hard, man. The uncooked bigas, you know what I'm saying?
Oh my gosh, no. My wife, when we were dating, so she's trying to impress me because I told her I love rice, right? Because we're Filipinos, we're Asians, we love rice. So she's trying to impress me, and she said, "Hey, you should come over to my house. I'll cook rice." I said, "All right, okay." So I went to her house, and we were eating, and I ate the rice. Bro, I said, this is not rice. It was a minute rice.
Oh,
minute bag rice.
I
Bench or
said, this is
something?
not rice. Because I was like, I was going to prepare it and I want to rinse it. She's like, what are you doing? I'm going to rinse it. It's like, you don't rinse it. He said, it only takes a minute. What is this rice? And she said, it's a minute rice. This is not rice. So I cooked jasmine rice, and she never went back to minute rice. It's like, this is the best rice. I'm never eating
And then
any
you taught
other
her how
rice.
to cook with
Yep.
the finger.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
With the
What-
finger. Oh, dude, always.
Yeah,
And
man, never fails, man.
yeah, she never went back, and I told her, you know that whole thing, when you go black, you never go back. When you go jasmine, you never go back.
Yeah, man. Fuck, jasmine rice is crazy, bro.
Yeah, it's good.
Oh, it's good.
It's good.
Fuck, I
What-
must have did- But
No, go ahead.
no, I was like, if you're in the Philippines and then you have jasmine rice, you gotta get the ones with the rocks inside. Break your fucking teeth, bro.
Yes.
Fuck.
If it doesn't chip your tooth, it's not a good rice.
Yeah.
I forgot
Dude,
about
man.
that. Oh man.
The rice in the Philippines, man, there's always rocks in
Yeah.
it. And then you get and then you have it with longanisa, but the longanisa in the Philippines is always bitter.
Yeah.
It's not the red one. You get when you get served the dark The
Yep,
dark
yep,
brown
yep,
one,
yep,
you're like, you gotta get the red one, man. The red one
Right,
is sweet.
right. My favorite is the garlic one. The garlic longanisa is my favorite.
Oh, I don't think I've had
Yeah,
that
it's good,
before.
bro. It's
there's a
really-
garlic?
Yeah, the garlic longanisa. No, it doesn't have just garlic in it. It has meat, but it tastes garlicky. It's really
I
good.
don't think I've had that
Dude,
before.
it's really good.
Neither have I. Unless I ate so fast I couldn't tell.
That usually is me with a lot of the things I eat. That's how I eat bullet, right?
Yeah.
Well, speaking of food, Filipino food, what do you think is the most overrated Filipino food?
Overrated Filipino
Yeah.
food. Halo halo.
Really?
Really?
I think halo halo is overrated as hell, man. And ube. Hot take.
That's a first.
I might agree with the ube, but halo halo, really?
Yeah, well, I mean, because it's good. Don't
Okay,
get me wrong.
yeah, yeah,
it's
absolutely.
Good. It's a good dessert, but I mean, I feel like it's becomes like the overrated ones are usually the ones that the white people know.
Fair.
You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
You know what? You're right. You're right.
If a white guy is telling me, oh man, you gotta have halo halo, you're kind of like, oh fuck, man, I don't really want to have halo halo anymore.
Okay.
You gotta get the low key ones that like no one knows, right? You gotta say like fucking
Dinuguan. You know?
dinuguan. Yeah, I was just
Yeah.
gonna say
The
dinuguan,
underrated
man.
ones. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never thought of that. If a white man knows it, it's already overrated.
My
Oh man,
my overrated.
adobo. They're
Yeah.
saying adobo to you,
Dude,
like
yes,
adobo?
yes, that is my overrated Filipino food. Adobo. There's
Yeah.
more,
There's
better
more to
food,
food, yeah.
than
Yeah.
adobo. You know, like
Yeah,
I wish they as Filipinos we promote more of the like the menudo or kare-kare. You know,
Afritada.
afritada.
kare-kare.
Oh man, what did I say the last time? Relleno. You know the rellenong bangus, the milkfish, and then you stuff it with
Yeah,
meat.
yeah,
oh,
yeah,
dude,
yeah.
and you cover it in
Ooh.
foil. That's the best one. I wish we
My
like.
favorite is sinigang baboy. That's my favorite.
That's
one,
him.
man.
That's him.
Yo.
Sinigang.
That's my guy, bro.
Yes.
Fuck. If you ever drive up north, if you cross that border, I'll meet you in Windsor, bro.
Wait, hold up. What kind of sinigang do you make? What do you put in it? Or eat? What kind of sinigang? Because there's
you
a
mean,
lot of different kinds. Like my dad cooks sinigang with guava.
Oh, really?
Dude, it's
you
good.
Use guava in your? You don't use guava in the sinigang you make, do you?
He has to be
I'm
like
asking my wife.
He has to be like. Tell her it has to be like the overripe guava.
Bayabas.
Yeah.
We could, but you don't want.
She says we could, but she doesn't want.
It's a little sweeter because of the guava, but it's really
Oh,
good.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah.
We usually just make ours with like just some veggies and maybe a tomato and
Yeah, and you
okra
guys
and
probably put
okra,
the
for sure.
like the sampalok mix, right?
some palak mix. Yes,
yeah,
correct.
yeah, and that one's good too. But man, you have to try the bayabas, the guava. Oh man,
Yeah?
it changes. The soup is thicker. So when you put with your rice, it was like, of course you bite the guava seeds.
Have I tried this?
Yeah,
Yeah.
my dad cooked it multiple times. We love it.
Oh,
I saw that
I
you
love
had.
sinigang in
I saw
general.
you had Abigail on your show.
Yes.
Oh,
That's
yes.
sick,
awesome.
man.
Yeah,
She's awesome.
Abby Marquez, dude, she's
Was she
awesome.
was she really quick to kind of like get back to you to be like, yeah, I'll be on your show?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, she was. I
Bro.
messaged her like literally 5 minutes later. Yes, I'll do it. I'm like,
That's
oh,
cool, man.
dude. And
was
and she
random.
had at that point she had like 600,000 followers.
Yeah, it wasn't where she at right now.
Yeah, but still, like she was quick. and
She's
she was
great,
awesome.
man. Like I love her content. She's such a well-spoken.
Yes,
She's so articulate, and her voice is so crystal clear.
right.
Yes.
Like
right.
she's
yeah.
very articulate. And she's a very well-spoken individual. Like I like her, man.
Yeah.
The way that she says, "What if we get this
then-
and put it in lumpia wrapper?"
And then no, the best part is not just that. The best part is she's so articulate and she's so clear, but she will cuss at the end of
Oh,
some,
yeah,
some
yeah, yeah,
statements.
yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
what? And it changes the dynamic of the video. Because now
Yeah, yeah,
instead
yeah.
of being a cooking tutorial, it's like a comedy cooking tutorial. So
Yeah.
it's so
It's like,
funny. It's so good.
I don't know what she's I don't know what she's using to film her videos, man. But that's like crystal clear.
You're right.
Like,
No,
like, her,
seriously.
like it's like 8K. I don't know. It's really nice, man.
It's really
like, holy
nice.
shit, man! These videos are really well done.
Yeah,
Holy cow.
some of the
as a video editor.
yeah, yeah.
She does have a few of her videos of like behind the scenes. It's like I think it's at some studio or something like that.
No, the one at home, the one by the kitchen. That I think that's just her phone.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, phones nowadays are freaking. As long as you have good light.
Good
then
lighting.
Yes,
phones
the
fucking
lighting
are
is key.
crazy.
Good lighting is the key.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I learned from that guy.
I have an idea to do like a short film on a phone. That's something I've been wanting to do for a long time, and see if people even notice.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sure there's a lot of people that do that now.
Right. Right.
But just because with the technology now, like, honestly, I sold all of my videography gear and I just film on my phone.
Oh.
Any content that I want to film as a videographer.
Right.
If I wanted to do some videography shots, I just use my phone, throw it on a gimbal, and then like just shoot. It's the editor. It's the editing is key, man. If you have shit footage, but you're a good editor, you'll make that shit footage look really nice.
Shoot. When they said that shooting the video is half the battle, it's not even half. Like it's quarter of the battle. Like 3/4 of it is just a lot of editing. You know, if you want to put subtitles in there, it's a lot of work.
Yeah, man. It's tough. Those Filipino videos that I do when I'm like dubbing in the Tagalog, and I have to write it in English, that takes a fucking long time.
A lot of time. Whew. There's a program now where you can upload your video and they will do a subtitle.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah, or you can hire someone to make a subtitle for your video. Of course, you can do that. But there's a program they're starting. I forgot what it was, but you can upload your video. It will try, the AI will try to listen to your thing, and if it's in English, it will
That's
put
cool.
subtitle. Yeah, it was.
Did you know there's a Filipino movie about some guy, this Phil M guy, Derek Ramsey.
Okay.
He wants to hire an English translator to translate a hate letter into Tagalog for his ex-girlfriend. That's the premise of the movie.
Shoot, that was good.
It's called English Only, Please.
English only, please.
Wow.
That's the premise of the movie. The premise of the movie is the guy hires a translator to help him write a nasty letter to his ex in Tagalog because he can't speak
let's
Tagalog.
go.
What?
Do you believe that?
What?
I love that movie.
Oh shoot, let's
that's
go.
hilarious.
Hey,
One of my things that I really really want to do is I actually want, like, it's probably shooting from the stars, but did you guys watch that Bella Porch video I did?
dude, I was
I
just
saw
gonna
that, the
mention
first
that
one?
right now,
Bro.
That's my favorite video, by the way. That's my favorite video. You
Thanks,
have to
man.
keep doing that. It's
That's my
so
favorite
funny.
one.
Bro,
That's probably one of my
I was
favorites.
like, is this I mean, because your editing skills, I don't know if it's all due to editing or if this legit. Did he really meet up with Bella Porch? Because
People
I couldn't
thought
tell,
that, man.
I couldn't tell, bro. That was awesome.
That was
Yeah,
good.
people were messaging me like, "Yo, how'd you get Bella Porch in your video or whatever?" I fuck, man. I just went to a seafood city, man. That's all I did.
And she was there for some reason. I don't know.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
But yeah,
man, that
that's
was
something
funny.
I would love to do. Like, I don't like, like, even for her to like the video and comment on it, it makes me think it's enough for me to be like, oh, she knows that this guy made this video. You know what I'm saying? So that's something that, like, if I'm really shooting for the stars, I would love to kind of do something like that.
Dude,
That'd be
seriously.
awesome. That's
there's,
awesome.
There's a TikToker right now who makes a parody of some videos where he will clip some of the movie scenes and makes his own. I forgot what's the name of that TikToker. He will make his own script, and the response is based on the movie.
Didn't you do some of that? I think
I did something like that, the Fast and the Furious one.
Yes. Do it in like a Filipino movie.
I thought you did, because I think in your early TikTok video there was one scene where you are arguing with 3 girls saying that you're my brother or something like that.
Yeah, that's actually dubbing from like an actual Filipino movie.
Oh,
But I did do this video because I always thought about it, like, whenever I watched it. Like, how in Fast and the Furious when all this shit's going on, like, what about the guys in the other cars? You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I made this video. Go look for it. It's on my TikTok. It's this video where I'm driving my car. I'm with my girlfriend. The character is my girlfriend. And we're just driving on the highway. And then this whole shit that's happening in Fast and Furious 6 where Lady jumps on the tank and then Lady's flown from the tank and then Vin Diesel catches her mid-air and then lands on the car.
Yeah.
We're in that car, right? So
I gotta
watch
see
that
this
video.
I gotta see this video. That's funny.
I'll DM it to you. Yeah.
There was one video that I saw on TikTok. They were he was doing that movie scenes, and I think it's one movie with Christian Bale, and they were playing poker, and said Christian Bale put something like he plays, and And by the end of it, he's like, I have this cards. And then he asked Vin Diesel, so what do you got? He said, I got family. Oh, it was Christian Bale as Batman, so that's why it's funny because Batman doesn't have parents. He said, I got family.
That's low.
That's an old MTV Movie Awards thing that they used.
Yeah.
Like when you watch the old MTV Movie Awards, they would always have this thing where, I mean, their budget was a lot more, so
Right.
they had a green screen and everything, but it looked like they were like
Oh,
in Lord
yeah,
of the Rings,
you're right.
or they were in Spider-Man, or they were in The Matrix. Watch The Matrix, man. Watch MTV Movie Awards Matrix. Watch that video, and it's like fucking one of the funniest things.
Okay.
It's like with Justin Timberlake and Stifler.
Right. Yes.
Dude, watch that, and like that's how it started. The whole thing, slicing.
Because Ellen DeGeneres do the same thing too. Like she would do that in a movie. Do you watch? Do you like superheroes, Marvel superheroes, and DC?
Yeah.
Let me ask you this: if there will be a Filipino, because there's already a Filipino Marvel character, but if there's a Filipino Marvel character, your own version, what will be that superhero's ability?
Oh, man. What would my Filipino Marvel superhero ability be?
Yeah. Superpower.
They're like the head nurse.
Oh, man.
They're the head nurse at the fucking at the ICU.
That sounds like a Batman answer from the movie. What's the whole DC movie altogether? The Justice League, where Flash asks his Batman, "What's your superhero?
What's your superpower?
What's your superpower?" I'm rich.
I'm rich.
Yeah. She got instant healing ability. Like she can heal you right away. You know?
Yeah. You don't even have to go to, but she charges you the bills though.
In pesos.
In pesos, man.
Yeah, you don't need to go see the doctor to see me.
Yeah.
Bro, let's go.
I'm watching Simu Liu on Saturday.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Because he's having like a little all-star charity game. Which he's hosting with Jeremy Lin.
Oh.
They're doing that in Toronto, and a bunch of these like Asian American celebrities.
Was it AJ Raphael? Is it Raphael? The singer one.
Yeah, AJ Raphael.
Is it AJ Raphael?
No, he's not gonna be. I don't think he's gonna be there. But like Ronnie Chang, do you know that comedian Ronnie Chang?
Yeah.
He's gonna be there. Hassan Minaj, if you know Hassan Minaj.
Yeah, the PowerPoint, the Indian PowerPoint guy. He
I
always
think
has
so.
PowerPoint.
Yeah. Him. There's gonna be a lot of Asian American talent that's gonna be there. So I'm gonna watch them on Saturday. That's funny that you mentioned the Marvel characters.
Yeah, Simu Liu. I think a lot of people forget that Simu Liu has, what is that show from Canada? It's in Netflix.
Kim's Convenience.
Kim's Convenience. We love that show.
Yeah. It was good.
My wife saw it because we drove downtown and she saw the exterior shot of Kim's Convenience.
Oh.
And she had just realized, she's like, Kim's Convenience? Like that's the show? I'm like, yeah, that's the shot that they use.
Yo, we love that show. That show was so funny.
It was funny.
It was so funny.
Yeah, it's funny. It's a funny show, and I'm happy. It's like that's another Canadian thing that I'm very proud of.
Right? Yeah.
Like Schitt's Creek. Schitt's Creek is also.
Oh,
Canadian.
that's right. That's right.
Oh.
Do you know? Have you seen Superstore?
Oh, love that show.
Yeah. Remember Mateo? He's Filipino. Remember that one or two episodes when he started talking Tagalog and we all freaked out. I know. Alam ko, ikaw nagnako ng pagkain ko or something. And then the American responded in Tagalog too. I'm like, what the?
Hindi gago kayo.
I know.
Yeah, he's funny, man.
It was so
I love
good.
it. I love this whole. I love that kind of Filipinos are kind of like making their way into big screen, and even the small screen, like with Superstar that you mentioned. Do you watch Spider-Man?
Yeah, Ned.
Ned.
The big reveal of the Spider-Man was at the Lola's house, man.
Yeah.
No, seriously.
And they spoke Tagalog with no subtitles, and that was the first time for a lot of Filipinos when we watched something mainstream and we heard Tagalog. with no subtitles, and we like knew what was happening.
Yeah.
There's no subtitles like, ikaw ha
Yeah, I
talaga.
remember.
Yeah.
Oy, maglinis kayo dito. Gusto ko maayos ang bahay ko dito. Dumi dito, dumi doon. Blah, blah, blah.
Right.
I'm like, fuck, man, that kind of sounds like my aunt. Like, fuck.
I stood up and started cleaning. I'm like, wait, that's not my mom.
Yeah, you're like cleaning in the movie theater. It's crazy. Man.
Yeah, that's not my mom.
And the set design, even the set design with that, like if you go and you pause, like now it's on. If now it's you can watch it at home.
Yeah.
You pause and you look around the Lola's house, bro.
That's Filipino.
Dude,
It's Filipino
there was
all
a
around.
there was a crew of Filipinos that
Yeah.
built that set.
Yeah.
Right down to the rice cooker with the flowers, bro. Dude, man, there's a Santo Niño. No, trust me, man. There's a
Dude,
Santo Niño
I
there.
agree.
Bro, I guarantee
There's,
they just, hey, this is a Filipino house. Can we borrow it for the set?
Yo, seriously, that was actually my mom's house.
It was the Lola's house. Like that was her house.
Yeah, man.
Oh, man.
There's even like there's a sewing machine where she's making
Oh, man, the sewing
making
machine.
the dress.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, seriously, man. Pause it and circle. It's like one of those things like find like you circle the things
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah.
Dude, man. There's a painting of the Philippine dances on the
Oh,
wall.
man.
Yeah,
Wow.
trust me, man. When Andrew Garfield is getting the cobweb,
Yeah.
it's beside Santo Niño, man.
Oh my gosh. I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, bro.
What?
That's why I'm loving this whole like that was to me as a Filipino for the whole that was the thing people wanted to see. They wanted to see Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield, and it happened at fucking Lola's house.
Oh, yeah, man.
Do you
That
know
was really hard. Like that really they brought me to tears, man. Almost.
my
Like, oh, fuck.
my biggest
Nice.
one of my biggest Marvel Filipino mashup. It's so unintentional, and it's so funny. Do you know Ang Provinciano? I don't know if you know that show. Yeah, Ang Provinciano, right? It was one of the most popular TV show right now in the Philippines, and they have a guy named Cardo.
Cardo.
Yeah, the main guy who you cannot kill him, right? So Marvel took up a picture of their whole Marvel Cinematic Universe characters. I think it's towards the end of Endgame. They took the picture, right? And all of them are in that picture. And I know for sure it's a Filipino who edited that picture. They put Cardo right in the middle of the picture, right?
Oh, yeah.
And the Marvel Cinematic Universe page posted that picture with Cardo right in the middle.
really?
What? Did they not know
no
that?
shit.
I don't know if they didn't notice or something. So all Americans is like, who is that guy right in the middle? And bunch of Filipinos like, that's Cardo. He's the Provinciano.
Oh shit!
Bro,
I gotta look that up, man.
I gotta look that up to myself.
That picture went viral, like millions of views, just that picture alone. And it's like, who is that guy in the middle?
That's sick, man. Fuck, I love these Filipino Easter eggs, man. It's so fun. Did you know the whole thing with Finding Nemo?
No.
So in Finding Nemo, I guess one of the animators was Filipino
Yeah.
or something. You know how in Finding Nemo when they find the mask of the swimmer,
Yeah.
the dude's name is P. Sherman. Like P. Sherman.
Yeah, Fisher.
Yeah, that's legit.
No.
Yeah, bro. That's legit. Like there was a Filipino animator that like put that Easter egg in there. It's
Oh my
like
God,
fisherman,
let's
like
go.
a fisherman.
Yeah,
That is funny.
Yeah, man.
P. Sherman.
Oh, dude,
P.
let's
Sherman.
go.
You know P. Sherman?
Yeah, he lives in the dock.
Yeah, he caught me. He gave me a bucket earlier today.
No. He doesn't live in the dock. If you put the Filipino accent, because my mom struggles saying this, he lives near the beach. You know? Near the
Bits?
beach. Yeah. My mom say bitch instead of beach. So so instead of struggling saying that, she will just say seashore.
Hey, by the seashore.
Seashore?
By the
Seashore.
instead of the bitch.
I have an aunt. We were it was like Christmas mass,
Yeah.
and we were late, and we got there, and church was full. Like there's so many people, and like we had parked the car, but they got there before us, and then we were like walking inside, and we were walking out, and we're like, oh, what happened? Or whatever. Oh my God, the church is packed! Oh shit! What? She means packed, and people like turn around. Like, no, she means packed. She means packed.
Oh my gosh, let's go.
Oh my God, the church is packed. Oh, dude, chill.
Oh man.
He's not cursing.
You know, speaking of accent or the whole PF thing, I always wonder, how come you guys never pronounce Pacquiao's name wrong?
No, we do. We do sometimes.
No, people will throw in the F.
Yeah,
They'll say fuck y'all.
yeah. But the reason why in every fight or Pacquiao's fight, if you listen, they elongate the Pacquiao pronunciation because Americans cannot say Pacquiao or Pacquiao. It's gonna sound Pacquiao. You know, that's
that's
when they
interesting.
announce his name, Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah.
Because
That
if
makes
they
sense.
say just one hit, it's a struggle. Pacquiao.
This guy really ran for president, man. You believe that? That's nuts, man.
Oh, dude. I mean,
man.
I would have voted for him, but he needs more experience. Like, the dude, I know his heart. I know he wants to help the Filipinos, but he's not there yet. Like,
No.
he needs to run for something else.
I
Like,
thought he's already
he's a congressman or senator.
He's a senator there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He needs more years as a senator and, and live that life first. Live that life first. And then run for president. But you can't, like, from the get-go, you have one term as a senator and I'm going to be a president. Like, no, bro, chill. It's okay.
It's okay that you can't be president right now. But you gotta learn. You gotta crawl before you walk, right?
Right. I mean, he should know that more than anybody else. Like, how long did he train as a professional boxer?
that's true.
It took years.
I know. Yeah, I know. But it's different. The Philippines is different now. Like compared to like under the new presidency, this is just as speaking from me,
Right.
because it's different for people that lived in the Philippines that kind of have to go through stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Right.
But like, I think one of the biggest things there, of course, there's the whole drug war on drugs over there.
Yeah.
But it's clean, man.
Is it?
The Philippines is clean. This is just, again, I'm only
Wow.
speaking as a guy that is from here that goes over there from
Yeah.
time to time, right? Smoking, for example, like people used to just smoke willy-nilly everywhere and just
Right,
toss the
right.
cigarettes and everywhere. You can't smoke in the Philippines unless you're in a designated smoking area.
Oh, wow.
Anywhere
Let's
anywhere
Oh.
anywhere in Manila. Like you have to be like you couldn't be like walking down the street and be smoking. Like you have to be like, if you when you're at the mall, like for example, if you're at the mall, you want us to go out for a smoke, you'd have to go to a smoking designated area to smoke.
Oh,
Like it's
wow.
clean. Like in my opinion, this is just in my opinion. Like
Right.
I
Right.
found that the Philippines was the Philippines was a lot cleaner
Yeah.
when I went in 2018 versus when I went in 2015.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. That's just me
that's
though. That's
big.
just something that I've kind of seen as a foreigner going over there.
Right.
Is the public portal potty still out there?
It's gotta be. That's not
specifically for the man urinal thing.
Yeah, that's not.
Oh,
That's
I don't
never.
know, man. I don't really recall.
I don't think
recall.
that's ever gonna go away because it's either that or people are gonna be peeing again on the walls or just random.
You know how
places.
crazy it is in the Philippines? There's places, every wall you see, it's gonna tell you can't pee here.
No. It's either you can't pee here or you can't throw your garbage.
Yeah. Bawal tumapon or like bawal umihi dito. Like, everywhere you go, like, can you imagine that? Like,
Yo.
you gotta see, there's signs for that. Like, fuck, man.
I love that we're talking about this because so in EDSA there's like highways and fast highways out there.
Yeah.
The sign for no crossing got aggressive every year. So it started with please don't cross here, right? It started with that, like being courteous and nice and kind. Please don't cross here, and then it progressed to don't cross here, and then to don't cross here, someone died here, and and then to you will die.
Yeah, man. Seriously, man.
Oh man.
Sometimes that's what they need, man. Like
Yeah.
they need that freaking kick. They really need like a
that's true.
strong. They need to be really straightforward.
Right.
Don't you guys
Yeah.
have those display damaged vehicles
Yeah,
out there? It's like
yeah.
be careful how you drive or something like that.
Dude.
Yeah,
Like
man.
I mean I guess
forgot.
the next one will be like do it, I dare you, you'll die.
Yeah, man. Really, like even on like freaking cigarette packs, man.
Oh yeah.
Smoking
man.
will kill you.
No, and at one point they used to put pictures of people with lung cancer and stuff like that in the back of the pack.
Yeah, like you can see like the mouths.
Yep.
Yeah.
like,
The
affected and
lungs.
stuff.
It's
Yeah, man.
yeah, they get aggressive. I mean, it won't stop people from smoking, but
Oh no, man! But but you know what they do? They just buy it per stick there, so they don't see it.
Yes.
Oh man.
But I'm surprised Filipinos follow the whole smoking area.
Well, fuck, because if you don't, you get fined, man. If you get caught, dude, I remember. Holy shit! So when I went in 2018, I used to smoke. I don't smoke anymore.
Yeah.
But when I went back there, this is me thinking that you could still smoke whatever, right?
Right.
And then we went to this condo, and then I think there's a security guard there, and then he was pretty chill about it. We're like, can we smoke here? He's like, you shouldn't, but it's okay. I mean, if you get caught, you get caught, but I'm not gonna do anything. Like you can smoke.
Yeah.
I didn't even know it was against the law. I didn't think anything of that. I thought it was just like, don't smoke here because whatever, it's a smoke-free building. I was like, okay. So we went outside, we had a smoke, and we went back inside. And then we left that condo to go to Mega Mall. And then I have a cigarette in my mouth, and I'm about to light it, right? And my other buddy has a cigarette, and he's fast with his light cigarette smoking, and he's all ready to go. Before I even lit my cigarette, I see some guy with a lanyard. He's walking towards us. I don't even light my cigarette. I put it away. And then he comes up to us to be like, hey, bawal magsigarilyo dito, because of under Rodrigo Duterte's law, it's under, you can't be smoking. You can only smoke in designated areas. Now I have to pull the English card. Now I have to be like, hey, we're not from here, man. Like,
Nice.
yeah,
Nice.
like, dude, we're not from. Because usually in the Philippines, I'm always trying to be like, oy pare, okay lang yan. Like, I'm always trying to speak Tagalog, but now I gotta pull the English card. Like, hey, we're from Canada, man, and we didn't know that it was.
Let's go.
Because they took my buddy that was smoking. First of all, my buddy's an idiot, and he gave him his ID because he's like, "Oh, I have to get your ID. I got to take a picture of it so that I can file it or whatever."
Yeah.
So they take a picture of his ID. I'm like, "You're fucking dumb. Why did you even do that? This guy's not even a cop."
Yeah.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
He's just he's not even a cop. He's just like he's trying to hand out like warnings and tickets or whatever. And I'm like, first of all, you're stupid. Why did you give your ID to the guy? Second of all, like. Fucking, you're lucky that I was even there because my buddy is the same way too. He'll just speak Tagalog to these guys. Like, no, man, no, we're not from here, bro. Like, we're not from here. And then he looked at the ID. Oh my God, Canada. Oh yeah, okay. Just make sure you don't do it again, okay?
Yeah,
Okay,
let's
you're
go.
Oh, nice.
Let's go. I do that to my wife too when she asks me to do something. I don't know English. I'm sorry.
What you're talking? I don't know. What's that? Drive to work? What's drive to work? What's that? I don't know.
Grab your food? What's grab your food?
yeah, grab your food. I'm already at the house.
That's funny.
Am I going anywhere? Do you like spam?
Love spam.
There you go.
Nice.
Yeah.
But like we have, I don't know if you have it there, but there's a brand of spam called Holiday. Do you have that?
Holiday?
Yeah, it's like it's a luncheon meat. It's like spam.
Oh.
I personally, because I don't know if we have it here. Like, I mean, we have it here, but I personally like that brand more than I like spam.
The typical spam?
Because sometimes I'm gonna be honest, I love spam, but maybe because I was eating that luncheon meat, that blue can, the holiday one I'm talking about.
Yeah.
The spam brand. First of all, spam's expensive.
It is.
Yes.
For canned food, I didn't think it was gonna be like $6 a can. Holy shit! And then like
It lasts longer on your shelf. It's an
What was that?
eternity shelf. There's a
Oh,
shelf
I
life
know, right? Fuck,
forever.
Man, that's crazy. But it's salty, man.
It is
I love
salty.
it. It's so good. But then like I've had spam brand spam, and it's like mad salty. Bro.
Yeah, the original, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I have to get the less sodium one.
Yep. I'm with
The
you on
lighter
that.
blue one.
The lighter
Have
blue
you
one.
tried maling?
What's that?
It's basically the spam version of in the Philippines. It's a Chinese product, but it's a luncheon meat. It's in a
I
bigger
don't
can.
think so.
Yeah, it's
Usually
less
the
salty.
The spam that I have in the Philippines is the shit that I sent to my family from here.
Okay. It's like, oh, I
You know
brought
what I'm
home with me.
Yeah, that's crazy. When I lived in the Philippines, because I was there for so long.
Yeah.
Imagine being on the other side of the balikbayan box, bro. That's
Oh,
fucking,
dude.
like, I was opening it like, oh my God, what's this? It's my own shit. oh, whoa, what's this? Who brought this here? Oh my god! Oh, this is mine. That was a trip, man. Being on the other side of the balik buying box, man. Oh,
You stayed there, you said, for a whole year?
yeah, when I was 20.
Really?
And then I'll usually go for any other time that I went after, it was maybe for like a month or maybe 3 weeks. And then when I went in 2018, I went for 4 months just because I wanted to. So I went there for 4 months to kind of like recharge. Just because I was always working and all this and that. And then when I went for my buddy's wedding, because I was his best man,
Yeah.
and he got married in the Philippines. And then while I was there, that's when I had met my wife. And then for the 4 months I was there, that's when we kind of started dating or whatever. And then we did the whole long distance relationship. And so then I went more often after that until we got married. And then.
Well, congratulations to you both.
Oh, thank you, man.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Let's go. So we started the podcast. We met in an app. That's where we met. This it's a live casting. So it's a live podcast. So you can call in. It's just all vocal. That's where I met the rest of the team, because it's not just us two. We're just like it's about 5 more people in the team. We started like 7 people, and then they start leaving, and I'm the one who got serious because I've been wanting to do podcasts. I listen to podcasts all the time.
He's a podcast freak.
And I love talking to people, getting to know people.
Yep.
And I think I ask the right questions, not just the yes or no questions. It's more engaging and things like that. I just love content creation. I just don't know what kind of content I want to do. So I told them, hey, we're gonna do this, and they all said yes, and then they got busy. We're not big yet. We're enough that I can pay them to stay and just do this full time. So I just let them. If you want to do your own thing, if you don't want to be part of the podcast, that's fine. I'm still gonna do it, And since he's my best friend, like a year after, I said, hey, bro, do you want to do a podcast? And I know he's busy. So I didn't ask him early on because I don't want to bother him. But little did I know he'd been wanting to do it. So I have him on board, and now he's part of the podcast since then.
I was
That's great.
a regular guest to a regular member now.
Yeah.
That's good. That's usually how it starts, man. Like it's just kind of like you're on the show a lot of it, and then it's like, let's just do it all the time like this.
Right. And the whole vision is really is to showcase Filipinos. Like what I DM'd you. It's to showcase Filipino and give them the. You mentioned this before. The Filipino characters in Hollywood or in mainstream is growing. Like the majority of popular TikTokers, not majority, but a lot of popular TikTokers are Filipinos. Like Bella Poarch, one of the biggest TikToker, is Filipino, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Bretman Rock is Filipino. There's a lot of Valkyrie is Filipino. It's a growing community in social media. I was like, well, we need to interview these people, and we don't have a Filipino focused podcast. So let's do it. Let's talk to a bunch of Filipinos who's content creator, or because we wanna, and you mentioned this earlier, we wanna break that barrier of, if you're Filipino, you have to be a nurse. No, there's a lot more other things that Filipinos can do, Filipinos can sing. Like, why can't we have that stereotype instead of just... And I'm not shaming nurses. Nurses, man, they're awesome. I know a lot of Filipino, majority of... I would say this, 95% of Filipino nurses that I've encountered, they're the nicest ones. They communicate right away. They once you call them, they're there, and they'll take care of you. And I love Filipino nurses. I'm not shaming them, but what I'm saying is the breaking that stereotype that if you're Filipino you have to be nurse. No, we can do a lot more things, and we're everywhere.
But that comes with us having to wash off the toxicity of our parents, again, depending on
I agree,
upbringing, right?
I agree.
But again, we're the first generation Americans, quote unquote, or Canadians, right? We're the first generation that's gonna have to deal with our kids with the new world,
right?
The world that our parents grew up in is not the same world we grew up in, and the world that our kids are gonna grow up in is not the same shit that we grew up with, right?
I agree.
So it's hard. So it's something that needs to collaboratively work, and especially with Filipinos, because I mean, it's funny because there's a lot of videos that I do, and it's like Filipinos always like, oh man, like they always say, what's the thing they say? They say frigging triggered.
Yeah.
Like I do the thing where it's like I have this video where it's like when your tita is there, and like, oh hey Nick, parang tumaba ka yata. Like very like that means like, oh it looks like you gained weight.
You gained weight,
or
yeah.
And then like that's just the shit. That's something that's really toxic. Like that's something that, but it like to them.
To us it's
it
normal.
doesn't care to them.
Yeah,
It's kind of fucked because like, fuck man, we're like sorry, I'm really talking a lot. But
No, you're fine,
please,
dude. You're the guest.
Yeah, go for it.
It's like it's just something that like just the toxicity of parents. Like we need to kind of get out of our head because I don't know. It's fucked, man. Like it's hard, man. It really messes with people's heads with that shit. Just Asians in general. Man.
No, I agree. Because one thing that I learned this in the hard way, and I realized that it wasn't proper. It's not right to do it. My first month here in America, I went up to a girl and I said, "Are you pregnant?" Like you, one of the main
yeah, you can't say that.
No, you can't. And in the Philippines, that's normal. It's like you're just asking, you're just wondering.
You're just stating the fact.
Are you saying that I'm fat because I'm not pregnant? I'm like, oh, I did not know that. Like I have no idea.
Something about our parents' generation, they don't. Maybe I'm generalizing it, but they don't understand the concept of like mental health.
Yeah.
When you bring up mental health to your Asian parents, they don't whatever. I don't fucking care. There's a lot of people, especially growing up, like for a lot of people like us, they grow up with a lot of identity crisis, a lot of identity issues,
right?
Especially with fitting in such a multicultural society, right?
Right.
But like fucking when you can't tell like. Again, I like this is maybe I'm generalizing it a little bit, like, but if you were to tell your parents like, hey, like, I'm depressed, like, fuck, I think I'm sad, they'll be like, nah, you're not.
Yeah.
No, you're not.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? If you kind of tell them like, like, if you tell them like, I don't mean this might sound a little morbid or too deep, but it's like there's a lot of people that have suicidal thoughts and they're really like, they have a lot of really deep inner struggles in their own lives, and then if you tell them your parents, they're not gonna care.
They just brush it.
That's not something that registers to that generation.
Right.
That's why that's something that we are in charge of to kind of wash that off in our lives and to make sure that our kids don't have to.
No, I agree. Like the best example is this. The best example is when you tell when you find out someone is in a mental hospital, we shame that like right away. Oh, they're crazy, or they're
There's
like,
a thing in the Philippines they call it Mandaluyong Inn.
Yeah, right.
Mandaluyong, like they say this is because there's this place in the Philippines called Mandaluyong.
Yeah,
and there's like a mental hospital there.
Yep.
So when someone's making fun of somebody that they're crazy, they always say, "Oh, Mandaluyong Inn," or "Are you Mandaluyong Inn?" Like going in the mental hospital, or Mandaluyong out.
Right. Yeah, and we shame it. Like Filipinos shame it. If you go to mental hospital, they right away assume that you're crazy, that you're this and that. They don't. And you're right. We do not. We're not aware about mental health, and that's really important, especially nowadays. Mental health, you have to focus in on it.
And it doesn't have to be something so deep as like, or not dramatic. I don't want to say dramatic because it's not the right word, but like something as like suicidal thoughts, but just something
like serious,
something even like work. Like work stress.
Yeah, I agree.
Like work, like having to deal with work. You're like, fuck, man. Like work's really driving me nuts, and like really, like because work fucks with you at home too, right?
Right.
No matter how much you want to say whatever, I just want to leave my work at work, but like you take it with you, and you lose sleep, and like you think about it, you dream about work and all this and that, and it's like you wanna like you don't want to have to deal with that shit, right?
Yeah.
Like, fuck,
No.
man. But that's mental health. That's mental health.
Yeah.
That's why like when people are saying that they're sad or depressed or whatever, or like, fuck man, are you okay? Like, you want to go out? Let's go for a cup of coffee. Like,
right.
Yeah.
like, let's just hang out. Like, whatever. If you want to talk, then talk. Because like, I have friends that have to deal with stuff like that, and
Oh,
like
I
whenever
know.
they reach out to me,
I know.
I can't just like brush it off and be like, okay, well, whatever, I'll talk to you later, whatever.
Right,
Like, when I have
right.
time, let's go out.
Yeah,
Like,
go
fucking,
watch
yo,
go watch
let's
TikTok.
go, let's do something right now. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah.
Go watch my TikTok. You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah, I'm with you
Yeah.
on that.
No, I
Yeah,
agree,
man.
man. We tackled a lot of things. We went on a journey in this conversation.
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Fuck, good times, bro.
I
Yeah.
love it. Yo, do you listen to what's that podcast? Flagrant 2 by Andrew Schultz.
Oh, that's good.
That guy's Canadian, by
comedian.
the way.
Oh,
Andrew
is he?
Schultz.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, you're talking about the comedian, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Andrew Schultz.
And he's like really he'll roast his
Yeah,
his,
yeah.
his audience.
Yeah.
he has
guys.
crowd work.
Yeah, he's
Oh, I
from
didn't know
Toronto, I
that.
think.
Really?
Yeah, I
Oh.
think so. I think he's from Toronto. Let me see.
Andrew Schultz. Yeah, but his podcast Flagrant 2, oh, it's so good. That actually changed the dynamic for our podcast, because I say this all the time.
Oh, he's
that-
American. I'm so sorry. I thought
Oh,
it
is
was-
he?
Okay.
Yeah, it changed the dynamic of the podcast, because I used to, when I tell people, they ask me what kind of podcast do you guys do, I said, well, we'll try to make it as organic as possible.
Yeah.
But in the back of my head, I still prep something and I make it formal, and I'm like, I don't want to do that. I want to do a podcast that I enjoy, and this is the kind of podcast
Yeah.
that I enjoy. We
Yeah.
just talk about random things,
But
about
but
life.
that's the beauty of a podcast. I mean, you have to have like you have your basis things that you want to tackle.
Yeah.
Because of course you want to, like me being your guest.
Yeah.
You want to be able to ask me the questions that you want to ask because you've seen my stuff.
Right.
Based on the things that you've seen.
Right.
But part of the podcast era is that it's all like shit, depending on how well the podcast goes, depending on how good your guest is.
Yeah.
Depending on how talkative they are, like
Right.
I can fucking talk. I'll talk to you. till, like,
You're a
3
great,
a.m., man.
you're a
You're
great
awesome,
guest.
man.
You're
You're
a
a
great
good
guest.
guest.
Like seriously.
like it depends on your guest, but I mean, like again, but even you guys too. It's like what I say will bounce off
Yes.
you guys.
Yes.
And
I agree.
whatever you say will spark an idea of something else. You might not have even written any of the stuff down that we were doing.
Right. Yeah.
Those are the best ones, man.
No,
Yeah, I
seriously.
agree.
Because you, like I said, you're a great guest. Because whatever I throw at you, you have a response. That's the best kind of podcast that I will listen
You
to.
can relate. You can definitely relate.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
it's
man. Like,
great.
dude, man. I trust you, man. Anything that you've gone through, I'm sure.
You had it.
Do you have any favorite Filipino artist that you listen to?
If we're talking like indie Filipino, like not mainstream, like of course there's Bruno Mars or whatever.
Okay.
And,
how about
and her,
local? Like local Filipino? If you
I
have-
like James Reid
Oh, okay.
because I'm into
Alright.
that whole kind of R&B chill
Yeah,
vibes kind of
yeah.
thing. Do you listen to James Reid? Listen to James
Yeah.
Reid, man.
Do you know
Listen
JR?
to James Reid. Listen to Nadine Lustre.
Oh, I know Nadine Lustre. Yeah. Yeah.
Or Jess Connolly.
Oh, yeah.
Listen to that. Like, if you're into that, do you like SZA?
SZA?
You know SZA, right?
Mm-mm.
She's not Filipino. She's black.
Okay.
Okay.
No.
Do you know that song "Kiss Me More" with Doja Cat?
Yes.
The feature on that is SZA. She has a song called "The Weekend." You're like 9 to 5. This is that kind of that chill,
Gotcha.
Okay.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
kind of
yeah.
chill female
Right,
R&B
right,
vibe. Listen
right.
to Jess Connolly, man.
Mm.
Strongly recommend it. So James Reid, Jess Connolly, Nadine Lustre.
You should listen to JR.
JR. Yeah, I love JR, man.
Yeah, JR. He's one of his favorites.
Yeah.
JR.
Yeah, I like I think like he's good.
Mm-hmm.
I think one of the better vocalists back in the Philippines, in my
Mm-hmm.
I really like Bugoy.
Oh, Bugoy is good. Bugoy is good.
Yeah, he's good, man.
Yeah.
Listen to One Sweet Day by
I was
Budakill
gonna say that. Yes, that was a good one.
with that girl Katrina Velarde.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
They there's 4 of them. They were in the recording studio.
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
so
yeah.
good. It was
Dude.
so good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. But yeah, I like and I also kind of like the Moira De La Torre. Is
Oh,
good.
Moira. Oh man.
Yeah.
You heard what happened to her?
No, what happened?
So she got married like a year or 2 years ago, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Her guy cheated on her.
Oh,
Yeah.
no way.
Yeah, it's a big thing for like I think last month. Yeah,
No
you cheated
shit.
on her. Like, oh, Moira, you cheated on Moira.
Yeah, man.
Are you
Moira's like
freaking
the
serious?
sweetest girl ever, man. Oh my god.
And the irony of it is, her songs are sad breakup songs, like, you know, Goodbye
Malaya.
or Malaya, right? And it happened to her.
Yeah.
It was so sad, bro. It was so
Oh
sad.
fuck, man.
Oh,
There's a funny thing about. There's a fact of like there's a thing about Moira.
Mm-hmm.
So I think this is when Mulan came out, right?
okay.
So Mulan had come out, the live action Mulan.
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
And she was named to sing Reflection,
Oh, really?
Okay.
right? And I couldn't find the recording anywhere online. And I don't know if because I don't know if like Disney they'll find it or they'll throw you off the internet, like they'll take it off.
Yeah,
immediately.
yeah.
I think I would, because I'm kind of an obsessive guy. When I find out about something, every day I'm gonna check when it's out.
Yeah.
Like when, like for example, Drake
Yeah.
mentioned Certified Lover Boy. He didn't say a date, but like for months, every Friday, I'm checking my Spotify to see fucking when the album came out,
Yeah,
right? Because it's
yeah.
always a surprise drop, right?
Yeah.
So, anyways, with Moira, after they announced that she was supposed to sing Reflection, very often I'm always on Google searching Moira Reflection, trying to see it. And one day I found it, and I knew that if I didn't YouTube download it, it was gonna be gone. And you can't find it on the internet anywhere. I don't know about now. Maybe if you find it,
But you have a
Google
copy
now,
of
you'll
it?
find I have it on my computer, but I'm
Dude.
scared that someone is gonna fucking come and find me, man.
Disney, you can't mess with Disney, bro. You cannot mess with Disney.
It's fucked, man. It's crazy because I don't know if it was like an image thing that like I don't know what I don't know why.
Right.
It sounds great.
Yeah.
And Moira sounds great singing
Yeah.
Reflection.
No, so
Um,
do you know the singer Morissette Amon?
Yeah.
She's the whistle chick in the Philippines, right?
Yeah.
She did a cover of what's the name of that that girl? She dang it, I was gonna say she got into drugs, but that's a lot of American singers. But she did a cover of this one girl. She had way more views than the original. YouTube
Oh, yeah.
took it down.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah, YouTube took it down, and it was one of those Wish.com Wish video. It has like millions more views than the original, and
Yeah.
YouTube said nope, you can't have that because he has to be the original, has more views than you, so they took it down.
That's crazy,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Wow. That's nuts, man.
But that's what you get for Filipinos, you know. We can sing.
I know. And they'll like surpass it, man. Like
Right.
they'll better than the original, bro.
we hit in a different notch, you know.
Yeah, you gotta listen to that One Sweet Day cover, man.
Dude,
like, if you haven't listened to it,
you've listened to that.
I know her.
That
I
one's
mean,
good.
yeah. But I just don't know why would they pull it off.
Oh, the Morissette song.
Yeah, I mean, or do that in general. Why would they?
It just has more views because they don't want her to be more popular than the original kind of thing. I don't know.
I mean, I get that,
that
but
happens a lot, though, man.
Yeah.
There's some. I don't know if the number of views is like that, but I don't know if you saw this best man dance or whatever, and they sang "Can You Stand the Rain" by New Edition, and they did a cover and it got like millions and millions of views. I don't know if I got more than the original.
Yeah.
But in that case, then it becomes like oh fuck, man. I get it. I understand.
Right.
If I wrote a song and then some other dude was getting more famous than me, I'd probably get pissed, man.
that makes sense. All right.
Yeah, fuck, man. If I wrote some fucking banger and then someone was like passing it off on their own and they on a cover, even though they said my name,
Right.
yo, if their followers are going up and mine aren't, like, yo, there's something.
And especially if they're getting monetized from your
Oh yeah,
song.
for sure.
Yeah.
That's fucked up, bro. I get it. I get the whole Napster beef,
Right.
Okay.
all that
Okay.
shit. You know
Oh,
what I'm saying?
Napster. Oh man.
That's an old name.
Dude, seriously.
You went back, Napster.
Oh, man.
Dude, I'm old, man. I'm an old man, dude.
He's in the culture, bro. You're in the culture. You know.
Wow,
You know your
Man.
stuff.
We had Kaza, LimeWire, all that shit.
LimeWire, no for
Oh,
sure.
LimeWire. I went to computer cafes. This is one thing that a lot of Americans won't understand, and how fun it is to have a computer cafe in the Philippines. You can
Oh,
hang
bro,
out with other
yeah.
kids and
Yeah.
play games and things like that. A lot of computer shops they banned LimeWire. They said you cannot go to LimeWire because of the viruses that you can get from
Oh,
there.
true that, man. Fuck.
It
Those
ruins
are the days, though,
computers.
man.
Oh,
that was the
yeah.
only thing that you could do. That was your only chance to be on like fucking Friendster back in the day.
Oh my
man.
God.
Wow,
Friendster.
You had to
Friendster.
be at,
Oh
you had to
my.
be, yeah, man. You had to be fucking at the internet cafe, dude. When I lived there, when I was there for a year, a lot of the time I was at the internet cafe, and I was always like bootlegging movies, and I had a hacked PSP, so I was always downloading the games and shit, man. Like using their bandwidth, man. Download all the games.
Yeah, and for some reason it's fast, right? Like I remember their internets are fast. Like you watch porn, like loaded. What?
Yeah, I know, man. Front to end, bro. Like, fuck, man. That's fucking crazy, bro.
Computer shop is so much fun. I wish they have it around here because you can hang out with other kids. You can play Counter-Strike or
That's how it was.
Dota.
We used to have we used to have that over here.
Really?
That was the thing. Yeah, we used to have an internet cafe here. That's the day. All of my boys, Dota, every Friday night.
Dota.
Go play
All the
Dota.
time.
If you didn't want to play Dota, there was a foosball table. And then we were all playing foosball. We call foosball here jits. I don't know if you call it
Jits?
Jits.
Huh? We call it foosball. Yeah.
JITZ
Jits.
for you guys because you guys are American.
You guys say Z, right?
Yeah.
Do you put dash in your 7?
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Do you?
Filipinos, we do, but not in
Oh.
America.
No,
we
I
just
don't.
we just do the dash. Yeah.
It depends, man. Like, because it looks like a 1 sometimes. Sometimes it looks like
Right.
a 2.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
how about the 0? Do you guys put the cross and 0?
Only when I have to decipher the difference between a 0 and an
An
O.
O. Yeah. That makes sense.
Because when I work with a lot of numbers at my job, right? A lot of serial numbers and stuff like that.
Oh, I see.
So
That
if
makes
I
sense.
if I have to do something that a lot of it's handwritten, so if I have to do an O and a 0, then I have to put a 0. I have to put a cross in the 0 so they know if it's the difference
Yeah.
between.
Oh, that makes sense.
How do you in the Philippines? I know how we fixed it, but for you guys, how do you fix the capital I and lowercase L?
The capital I has the hat and the feet, right?
Yes. Yep. But here in America, it's just one.
Yeah,
That's
it's just L and the
For
I.
capital-
Capital I is just line, and so yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
I guess I don't know. Like I just know that in elementary school we were taught.
Yeah, you put the
to do
dash
that.
and the hat and the feet, right? Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what we
yeah,
do in the
yeah.
Philippines. So
Yeah.
you know the difference between a capital I and a lowercase L.
That's
How
how I
fucked is that? How fucking crazy is that? We have to learn cursive when we're young.
Oh yeah, man.
Like as if like
Bro.
cursive was gonna fucking help us
in the
as
future.
adults.
Yeah, right?
No, you're gonna have to write
Wait,
cursive when
what
you're
do you
older,
mean?
man.
We learned trigonometry for no reason.
Fuck, man. Dude, that's what I say all the time, man. Like they gotta start teaching like financial literacy. in
Yes.
school.
Yeah, like real
Yes,
things
how
that.
to-
Like
How
credit cards. Like if you have a credit card limit of this and you owe this percentage off, how long is it gonna take you to pay this
Yes.
off with this amount percentage?
Yeah.
That's the shit
That's-
they gotta teach you.
Yeah,
man.
how to change your own oil. Like
Yeah.
teach
Yeah,
that,
man.
you know? Not
Like, shit like
calculus.
that, man.
What am
Like
I going to do
fucking
with
the-
calculus?
Like the area of a parallelogram. Like I don't fucking care about that shit, bro. I don't care about you gotta change it into a rectangle and to get the area of the triangles here. and
It's
then-
not gonna help me in
Yeah.
life.
So if,
Nah, bro.
if
Like,
the
I'm trying to make money, bro. Like
if
fuck.
the length of the pole is this and the length of you is this, what is the length of the shadow? I don't freaking care.
I don't know. Fuck, man. If you're traveling on a bus and it takes you this long and you're going this fast, what time will you get there? Fuck, I don't know. Fuck, man.
My favorite
Oh,
is this.
man.
My favorite is this. If you have 15 cakes and you ate 10 of them, how do you have? What do you have? Diabetes. That's what I. You cannot eat 10 cake in one sitting. That's just
it's like-
impossible.
You'll be
and
dead.
You get a 0.5.
Yeah,
You don't get the full mark, but you get a 0.5 because it keeps you alive.
right. Yeah, but it has to be just practical things, you know.
Yeah,
At least
I
for
agree.
us guys. Like I wish they taught us how to shave our balls when we were kids.
Oh, very true.
You
That's
know?
a great fucking thing.
Like I had no idea. and I just had to figure out get nicks and bloods over there, but it's like
Yeah, man.
just
fuck,
learn from
man.
our mistake.
That's so true, bro, man. Fuck.
Oh, man.
Battle scars?
Battle scars.
Yeah, what the fuck is that? Oh, fuck. I was 9 years old. And,
Right. Are you
Trying to
peeing
shave.
blood now? Might as well.
yeah, I know, right?
I wish they taught us how to do that, you know, just simple practical things in life instead of just, I don't even know what to do with calculus. I'm not gonna go engineering to learn all of that, you know.
That's
like,
crazy.
It's pointless.
But it's so crazy too. Like even Filipinos with like the birds and the bees, man. We don't have that talk.
No,
man.
not at all.
We just our parents just think like, you know, we just figure it out on our own,
Yeah.
man.
The worst.
Hey, so as a Filipino, what's your Filipino hidden word for penis and vagina?
Oh, the generic ones, the tite and pekpek.
Really? They didn't euphemism words for titi and pekpek? None?
No, we were pretty like, you know, like not normal. Like it was pretty like same old like basic bitch kind of shit.
Oh,
We didn't have any special words for it or anything.
I love ours is my parents, the vagina, they call it flower.
Oh, okay.
And the penis, I think they call it hot dog. I don't even know. They
bird. I guess bird would be.
Yeah, bird. That's right.
Bird is
It
for
is
sure.
bird. Bird and flowers. That's what we call them.
Yeah, and for us, well, at least in my family, we just be straight. Like, your pee. Go pee over there. Or pee-pee.
That's a cool
The
one.
pee-pee.
Yeah.
The pee-pee. my wife's nickname.
You could bring this one up.
My wife's nickname is Twinkle Toes. It's
Okay.
TT for short. They call her.
Nice.
They call her TT.
Did you watch Falcon and Winter Soldier?
Yeah, we did.
Yes.
Do you remember when he's like he's referring to his grandmother, but he calls her TT?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like laughing so hard. I'm like,
She's a pianist.
like,
Yes.
does anyone else see this?
Oh, man.
Yeah, my TT used to do this all the time.
Yeah,
Your TT?
yeah.
Yeah, my TT.
Yo, your last name Aliwalas is a Tagalog last name, bro. You got a Tagalog last name.
Yeah. It means like fresh and bright.
Yes,
and
yes.
open and clear.
Yeah, fresh.
Nice.
Yeah.
I got.
It's really deep Filipino, man.
We have a.
because people.
No, go ahead.
No, because people they don't even say Aliwalas. They usually say like Lawanag, right?
Yep.
Right? So like
Yep.
because Aliwalas is really deep. Like it's really deep Tagalog. It's funny, man. My it's a long last name, right? So at my wedding, because my wife's last name is Uy, U-Y, right?
Yes, I
Yeah.
love it.
So then my father-in-law was saying her speech, and he goes, you know, I love Nick. Like, he's a really good guy. He has a really long, you know, and I have a really short, you know. And everyone's like,
What?
what is
I
he
love
talking
it,
about? And
dude,
then everyone's
let's go.
laughing. And then he goes, oh, no, I'm talking about our last name.
Oh, that's good. That's funny.
And yours is fresher.
yeah, man. Fuck.
We have a neighbor in the Philippines. They're like classic Filipino, like traditional Filipino last name. You know, it's not Spanish influence or American influence or Chinese influence. It's legit Filipino.
Yeah.
Their last name is Bagong Gahasa, which is translated in English, transliterated as newly raped. That is the word for word translation of Bagong Gahasa, newly raped. And he got 3 girls, so he had to change the last name.
Oh, shit.
Oh, wow.
And what that
Dude,
was,
man, I have a friend. I'm like, no shit. I swear on my life, man. This guy's last name is Tanga. 100%. I swear to God.
Idiot.
Tanga. Idiot. I swear, like, that's not even a joke, man. And I think he like they had to put like the Enya on top of the thing.
Tanya.
So that is like Tanya.
Yeah.
When they say it here, but like that's just their choice to do that because I guess their last name is actually Tanga. How crazy Filipino last names can be, man. I have a friend's last name is Timbangan.
I do.
What?
Yes. Yeah.
That means weigh scale, bro.
Yeah, yeah. I have so many. Like my classmates' last name is Mata, which is eyes.
Eyes.
It was just weird last name.
Lapis. I have a friend. His
Yes.
last name is Lapis.
Yeah, there's one Puso. Like what's up with this body
man,
part?
That's fucking crazy, bro.
I think Native Indians do better naming their kids because they name something regarding about sky and blue. But what we're talking about body parts?
I think I honestly think it came from like the Spaniards.
Mm-hmm.
I think because Filipinos when Spain invaded the country,
Mm-hmm.
Filipinos were they were the ones that they invaded. So like they were the slaves, you call it,
right.
Because that's what they did. They raped. They came in and raped the. They essentially raped the culture.
No,
right?
Absolutely, 100%.
Right, for 300 years, right?
300
So I
years.
feel like I find like a lot of the reasons why the last names are the way they are is because of that.
Mm-hmm. No,
That's just my opinion,
I
right?
totally agree.
What's your last name?
Gamboa.
Oh, okay, cool.
Gamboa.
That
It's
means
like
there's
Balboa.
not-
I don't even know. It means something. It's
Oh,
a
okay.
Spanish name.
Oh, I'm
for sure.
thinking of Spider. I'm thinking of Gagambino.
Oh, Gagamba. Yeah. No, it's not
Yeah,
Gagamba. It's
Gagamba.
Gamboa.
Yeah.
It's like I tell people it's like Balboa. When you say Rocky Balboa,
Yeah.
it's basically the same thing. Yeah.
Gamboa. I feel like I have a friend with that last name. I'm trying to think.
Yeah, we're somewhere. I mean, I know some Mexicans around here that's last name is Gamboa. There's a company
Yeah.
here that's a Gamboa. It's not a common last name in the Philippines, but I know quite a few Gamboas
Yeah.
around the area. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot. Yeah, that whole with the last name, like a lot of my friends' last names are Spanish.
Mm-hmm. Gomez.
I feel pretty
Garcia.
fortunate to have like a really deep Tagalog last name like that.
Yeah.
I'm pretty fortunate to have like a name like that. Like I don't mean to brag.
Just like
My
I'm a real Filipino.
one of my
I'm really
one of my ninong in the Philippines last name is Aliwalas. Yeah. And he's
probably
the-
related, man.
Probably, dude. We're probably like connected, bro. We're probably
Yeah, man,
connected.
dude. It's like two degrees of separation. For
It's gotta
Probably.
be. It's gotta be. And I think I heard he's from Batangas, like originally, but he
Yeah.
lives in Bulacan now. But yeah, I like that guy.
There's there's an actor in the Philippines. Well, he was an actor. His name is Victor Aliwalas.
Yeah.
And we are related somehow. I don't know
Really?
how, but it's because it's such a rare. It's
Last
like
name.
such a rare last
Yeah.
name over there, right?
I agree.
So I'm sure that anyone with that last name is probably related.
So in terms of history or genealogy, is it genealogy?
Sure.
Okay. How would do you guys carry the last name, or do you normally name your first your kid differently? Let me try to set up this what I'm trying to say. So in our culture, before we actually had paper and records, we would normally name the kids by their have the last name of our kid by the first name of the father. So I was like, what's your dad's name? Like John. Okay, your first name is John, last name is John. John. Okay.
Oh, no way.
Yeah,
That's
so
how it was.
Yeah, that's how it was before actual record paperwork, naming
Yeah.
people down. So this
I'm not sure with how it was with Filipinos. I was just telling AJ the reason why I think the Filipinos' last names are as ridiculous as they might be, in terms of the examples that we gave, are probably because they were making fun of us, the Spaniards, right? And then whenever they took a last name or whatever, it was because of like, oh fuck, let's fuck with these guys and let's name it'll be Lapis for these guys or something like
Yeah.
that, or
Oh,
Tibangan
man.
for another
Yeah.
thing. That's just my
Yeah.
I heard that somewhere. I don't know how accurate that is, but why else would you have a last name like that? You know what I'm saying?
Right. And then of course the elites or the ones that has money will take the Spaniards' last name. That's why they got the Garcia, Mendoza, and things like that. I'm just assuming that's probably what happened.
Yeah.
Um.
It's crazy, man. Like it's crazy where I didn't know much about Philippine history until I met my wife. And one of our first dates was at this it was at Makati Museum. Makati,
Yeah.
and Ayala Museum. Excuse me, that's
Oh,
what it is,
yeah.
in Makati, and they have dioramas from like 60 dioramas, and it's like they're numbered, and it goes in order from the indigenous native Filipinos,
Right.
and it goes all the way 60 different dioramas up until the independence of the Philippines.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Haven't
she
seen that one yet.
took me to it's like she worked there, bro.
Yeah.
And she explained every single thing to me, right up to
Wow.
the resistance, with the whole things with Jose Rizal, and with the resistance, like the resistance there was called the KKK.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
that's what it was. Not like the actual
No,
KKK,
right,
but that's what
exactly. Right.
that's what the resistance was in the Philippines, to revolt against the Spaniards or something like that, I think. It's kind of rocky, but like I didn't know much about Philippine history until I had met her, and she just explained everything up until the Philippine independence. And it's really really opens your eyes, man, to see how far and how proud you would be to be a Filipino, especially after learning that stuff. I have the Noli Me Tangere book.
No way. Let's go.
Yeah, but I have to.
Let's
I
go.
haven't read it. It's there,
Yeah.
but I have to
Oh,
read
wow.
it because it's quite a read.
Yeah. That and the El Filibusterismo.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the stories are kind of similar, but it's pointing out to different stuff about
Yeah.
it's deep. Like the story's really deep.
Yeah, I would love to see like a Jose Rizal movie or like a mini series. Because I guess if it's been done before, but not very well.
Oh,
So,
man.
like with the whole thing now with Netflix.
Oh, Netflix
and
will
Amazon
absorb
series.
that for sure.
They should,
Yeah, they
man. I
should.
think that's great. I think that would be great. Right up to like when he gets killed and you see why he got killed.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
There's this whole theory about did he turn around or was
Yeah.
he shot behind his back? You know,
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
all these conspiracy theories as to how
Yeah.
he died.
Yeah.
And it's such a rich culture, especially with the whole thing with Lapu Lapu, with the dude that killed fucking Magellan. man.
Magellan, yeah, yeah, dude.
Fuck, man.
And Magellan
It's a-
Magellan is a big name, you know. It's
Yeah,
his
yeah,
popular name, but they didn't know who killed him, you know. And it was
Yeah, yeah.
Lapu Lapu for sure. And he's from the Philippines. A Filipino killed a name guy, Magellan.
Yeah, that's part of like a Rex Navarrete
Right. Yeah,
stand up.
yeah,
And he's talking about like, you know who Rex Navarrete is,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
And he has this bit where he's talking about like, oh fucking the Spanish what do you call it?
Inquisition.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah,
like he circumnavigated the globe,
Right.
but then in his travels he was killed on the islands of the Philippines. And then Rex
Yeah.
Navarrete's like, yeah, my people did that.
Yeah, because Magellan was mentioned in Uncharted, you know, the new movie Uncharted. Yeah, because they were looking
Dog.
for his ships.
Okay,
And that was
remind me
in the
to send you
Philippines.
this thing too with
Yeah.
with speaking of Uncharted. Did you see the Nathan Fillion fan
Yes.
film?
Yes.
It tracks down to the Philippines
Really?
because they're talking about it's just a fan film.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it was
yeah.
like they got Nathan Fillion to cast,
Which is,
as
by the
Drake,
way, the
'cause
perfect Drake. It was
Yeah.
a perfect Drake.
he was really good.
Mm-hmm.
And the way that they're talking about it is they're trying to find Magellan's treasure.
Mm.
And you know how Drake is in like Uncharted, he's reading all
Yeah,
these things
yeah,
and he
yeah.
talks about all this history, blah blah blah. And then as they're kind of like reading the coordinates from the artifact they found, it leads them to the Philippines.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that was pretty cool. Like
Right?
Nice.
it shows the Philippines. There was another movie that I watched recently where they had to fight in the Philippines. It was a recent movie. I forget what it was.
Oh, it was
Like a
recent?
action
Because I
movie.
thought you were talking about like Born Legacy.
Yeah, Born Legacy did one in the Philippines.
Yeah, they were in the
Yeah,
Philippines.
there was that, but then there was a recent movie too. It might have been Uncharted, man. I
Yeah,
think
it is
was
Uncharted. Yeah,
It
they
was
were in the
Uncharted.
Philippines. Yeah, it was Uncharted.
and it was in the Philippines. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, because when I was looking at the map and they saw the Philippine the Philippine map, I was like, that's my country right there. And then they lifted the boat and it has so much gold and
Oh,
things like
yeah.
that. And then
Yeah.
the older guy, or Mark Wahlberg's character, said it's owned by the Philippines now. And I was like, yes, finally, Philippines is rich.
Yes, got it. We don't need China anymore.
We got the money.
Mark Wahlberg was on that project for years.
Yes.
I think
yeah.
he was originally supposed to be casted as Drake.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
I heard.
Then-
yeah.
they only started acting on the movie when they casted Tom Holland as Drake, because Mark Wahlberg's name was tied to that project for years, like 2009. I'm talking to like long time ago.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I heard about that
It
story.
was like uncharted, unreleased. Like if you go on IMDb before, it said Mark Wahlberg, and that his name was the only thing there.
Yeah.
So people were under the impression. I think he was originally supposed to play Drake, but Tom Holland is Tom Holland now. So then they tried.
And he's old, because I heard that interview too when they said he had that whole project, and then they called him. They said, hey, so we're finally gonna release this movie with you and Tom Holland. And he said, okay, but why is Tom Holland there? And then that's when he realized, oh, he's playing Drake. Gotcha.
Yeah. It should have been. It should have been Mark Wahlberg. He would have been a great Drake.
I think so too. Or at least like Nathan Drake's older brother. Like if you play Uncharted 4.
Sam.
Yeah, he would be a perfect Sam.
Yeah,
for sure.
that'd be good, man.
Right. Because what's the name of the older guy in the game? Sully. He's a lot older than the Mark Wahlberg's character. He has to be like an older
but
gentleman.
But Drake is also a young version of Drake, right?
Yeah.
Because like you don't like you don't meet Elena yet.
No, yep, not at all. Yeah. And even that whole Magellan thing and the whole boat, that was Uncharted 4.
Yeah, I think so. That movie kind of took aspects from all 4.
We're live again?
Yeah.
Okay, so he was saying that the movie have like a little bits and pieces from 1 through 4. And
yeah, because the fourth one was the Kings, right? It was the Knights of the Table or something like that.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like that whole scene. Remember the scene where they're at the auction, and then Sully has to outbid Antonio Banderas.
Right.
Oh, okay.
That's directly taken from Uncharted 4.
Oh,
okay.
That's like directly taken from Uncharted 4.
Oh.
Because it's funny because I was replaying Uncharted 4 recently, and then I'm like, oh, this is word for word what they did in the movie.
Okay.
Interesting.
And then they took a scene from Uncharted 2, I think, or 3.
Yeah.
When the boxes are flying off the plane or whatever.
Oh,
And
right.
He's climbing on the boxes. That's
You're
from
right.
3.
Yeah, and that
And
was
then
like
I think-
that was a stage in not Smash Bros. The the PlayStation All Star game.
Yeah,
it was in the
yeah.
box. Yeah, that makes sense.
Are you guys PlayStation guys or Xbox people?
I am.
Dude, listen, I'm Filipino. PlayStation all the way.
Yeah.
I'm
True that.
PlayStation by heart.
Yeah.
It's just that
Very
I
good.
warmed up to Xbox due to my kids and Halo.
Yeah.
But I'm PlayStation
true.
all the way.
Xbox do not exist in the Philippines ever.
Yeah, that's actually true though, man.
Yeah. PS1, PS2, PS.
Yeah,
we
PS all the way.
We skip PS3 a little bit, but then PS4.
Yeah.
Not Xbox. Nope.
I got a PS5 and it's all right.
You don't play it?
I did for a little bit because you get when you get it right away, you're gonna play it a lot.
Yeah.
And I knew this was gonna happen. The only reason why I got a PS5 was because of like the availability of it.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, this is my chance to buy one. Let me just get one.
Right.
And I bought it, and I knew it was gonna happen, and I just used it for Netflix, man. Like, legit.
We're waiting. We're waiting. Especially they just announced. When is it? November 9th. November 9th. They're releasing the new God of War Ragnarok.
God of War.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we're waiting
It's a
for
good
that.
time to own a PS4 now, or PS5 now,
Yes.
because all of this content is coming exclusively for PS5.
Yes. Yes.
Now's a good time to get it because
Yeah.
when I got it, there wasn't like honestly, there's not much games for PS5.
Yeah, that was one of the reasons. Not that we normally wait after the release. We normally wait a year and a half or so until because all the kinks got to be fixed before actually getting one. And two, when the PS5 came out, there weren't many games that were released. I mean, there was like 1, 2 that they advertised. I think what was a big thing.
Spider-Man.
No, there's Spider-Man, and then there was
the Horizon just flopped. The new
Oh, yeah,
Horizon
yeah.
game. Nope.
But like it was they were available for PS4. So that was
Yeah,
the
exactly.
thing.
Yeah.
Like no one
Yeah.
like when I really wanted a PS5. And then because of Miles Morales, right? And then
Which
when
the
they
game, by the
announced
way,
that it
is
was-
really good. Miles Morales
so
game
good.
is so good.
so good. But when they announced that it was going to be for PS4, I didn't really care much to get a PS5 anymore. Right?
I see.
It wasn't only until they announced like Final Fantasy VII Remake was exclusively there was a story like the DLC
Yeah.
Intergrade where you play
Intergrade.
as Yuffie,
Mm-hmm.
the ninja girl.
Yeah.
That was exclusively for PS5.
I
So
see.
now I'm trying to get a PS5 because
makes
now that's
sense.
exclusively for PS5.
That
right?
makes sense.
Yeah.
For
It's
the
okay,
record,
man.
for the record, his name is from Final Fantasy. That's not
Yeah.
his real name, but Waka is from Final Fantasy.
Yeah. 10.
Waka?
Yeah.
Yeah. Waka. 10.
From 10.
Yeah.
You know what? My wife probably would have caught that right away if she was listening.
I
to
love 10.
He loves here, dude.
10 is my favorite.
10. Love it.
Fuck, man. She bought this.
She got
Oh,
10
yes.
and 10 too. Oh. And that's on what? Switch?
I
yeah.
love 10.
Nice.
Oh, I didn't even know that exists. I'm gonna get it.
Yeah, I'm a 7 guy. I don't know if you see these guys over here.
Oh, I see you in the back. I just recently warmed into 7. I didn't know the whole storyline.
Yeah.
I told myself that before I play the new 7, I wanted to play the old 7 and see what's the hype. And so far, I think, where did I live off? I forgot. Where Cloud starting to learn about his origin, like he found the house.
Like that he's
But I stopped there because I came here.
Oh, true. Today.
No. What I mean, I came here to Michigan because
Michigan,
I'm from California.
Oh, so you went from the west to the east end, eh?
Yeah.
How do you like it?
Because of him, I'm cool with it. Otherwise, I don't know if Michigan is for me.
Did you
the
guys
snow.
meet because did you guys know each other prior to?
Yes,
Yeah, in the Philippines.
We met
Yeah.
in the Philippines in
Oh
college.
no shit! That's
So we've been
wicked,
buddies
man.
since then.
Dude, we've been friends for
Yeah.
since 2008.
Yep.
That's wicked, man. I love hearing stories like that. I love seeing that, like you guys. That's cool, man.
Yeah.
that you
Yeah.
guys are still
And
close
we I think we've only known each other for a few months before we became friends.
Yeah.
Not even like months, I think weeks.
Yeah, we were just in the same batch or
Yeah.
ish because I came in late.
Right.
And then we had
In school.
in
school.
in college, and there was a professor that we highly respect, and then everything just flourished from there.
Yeah.
That's a Filipino thing. On my same batch.
Right. The batchmates.
The word batch.
My
yeah.
batchmate.
Batchmates, yeah.
Yep.
I said that actually around here, and I said, "Oh, he's my batchmate," and they're like, "What's a
What?
batchmate?"
Yeah.
We're in the same batch. What is that? We're in the same year in college, and I was like, "Oh."
Yeah, you don't say. Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
really Filipino thing.
Yeah,
to
it is
say.
a
And
It's
also
like
another thing is
Same batch.
Another thing that's a Filipino thing is you ask them, "What's your course in college?"
Yeah, that's right.
What's
Oh,
your
yeah,
course
yeah,
in
yeah,
college?
yeah.
Like what course? Like what course?
Yeah. When you want to say like, what are you taking?
Yeah,
right?
what are you
Like, that's
taking?
what
Yeah.
You know what was new to me? Not in the Philippines though, but it was when I first went to my native country, Samoa. When I asked how old are you, they would give me the actual year they were born. It's like, you're what? You're 88? You're 89? It's like,
Oh yeah, you got to do math now.
Do you guys do in Canada? Do you guys do day, month, year, or month, day, year?
Oh fuck. Like when you write it in numbers,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
That's what you're asking.
Yeah.
The way I say it, the way I write it, I
Mm-hmm.
don't know if I'm doing it right or wrong. First of all, I just write it in letters because unless the form specifically shows
Yeah, the slash.
MMDDYY,
Yeah.
then I'll fill it out the way that the form asks me to.
Yeah.
But if I have to fill out anything, I'll
Like by default.
I'll write the actual month and the day.
Oh.
okay. Because I think,
Like I'll just write July 8th, for example.
is PH
Gotcha.
MDY?
When I was in elementary, it was day, month, year, and then it transformed to month, day, year. Because I remember.
It makes sense to do it that way because that's how you say it.
Yeah.
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 You're not gonna say 2nd February. You know what I'm saying?
But I think,
Say February
the
2nd.
second of February.
but I think
Oh, I
another
guess so. I guess people say that too.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
funny.
I think Japan does year or month.
You can't base it Japan because they
No,
have.
because I know. I think in New Zealand and Samoa we do. I think the year first.
Yeah, Europe they do the day. They do the
I love
day
it.
first.
I really. Can I just say I really like the way you say your country's name. I didn't know that it was pronounced like that.
Samoa?
Yeah,
Samoa.
it's just pronounced how you spell it. It's just that the Western accent just add like a W in there, Samoa.
Let me,
Yeah,
Kuya Nick, let me tell you something. If you appreciate that, it's pronounced ukulele, not ukulele.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, ukulele.
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 Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay,
But,
cool.
No
you.
wise, no lace. Ukulele.
Yeah, ukulele.
Oh,
So,
that's
yeah,
interesting.
Everything
Cool.
that we spell out in our in our
So
language,
it's in Tagalog. It's if it's the way it's spelled, it's the way
is
it's
the way
pronounced. Yeah.
Yeah, but the way it's pronounced can change the definition of it.
Yes.
Yes, depending on the
that's
accents.
so yeah, like
Yeah.
bayad and bayad.
or
Yeah, I've seen your video where he says, you know how Tagalog is hard, and you did comparisons of words.
that was good. Or
nice.
bato or bato, right?
Yeah,
bato
yeah.
rock and bato is throw, right? It's different.
Yeah, I saw it.
Hey, we have that
Tagalog's
too.
fucking hard,
We
man.
have that too in English. Like it depends on how you pronounce it. It becomes verb and noun. Like address, and address. Address is a noun. Address is a verb. You're addressing something.
The most common word that everyone used, the F word. Depending on how you use it, it could
Oh
be good
man,
or bad.
that thing is
Yeah.
crazy to me. Like when you say, man, that guy's the shit. It could mean a good thing or a bad thing depending on how you pronounce it.
I know, man. Anything is like that. Like you could say, like even like when you're like when you watch basketball, like yo, fuck, that move is disgusting. Like
Yeah, yes.
Oh, that move was disgusting.
Oh man, dude, that cool.
Oh man,
Dude, that's crazy. You're crazy. Like,
yeah,
wait,
man.
what?
Yeah, it's all fucking it's all attitude. It's all
depending how you express
it's all how
it.
you say shit.
Yep,
Are
exactly.
you guys into like cosplay at all, or like do you guys? Like,
we
do
love
any of that?
anime, but we
If
don't
that's
cosplay.
Yeah, we don't do cosplay.
we
but
love
we
anime.
love anime.
You watch Demon Slayer?
We
Oh,
love Demon
yes.
Slayer. Demon Slayer.
Dude, I can't wait for this next season.
Wait,
Like,
they're
you guys
doing
are
another
caught up.
season?
You guys are caught up.
Yeah.
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 The
Well,
the
they
latest one
announced-
was during the entertainment, right?
Yeah. They announced the next one. It's gonna be in the swordsmith arc.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I love that.
And
arc.
I'm looking forward to that.
The girl Hashira and the quiet Hashira are supposed to be
Yes.
the ones that help.
Oh, it's about time.
I love that arc.
Yeah,
I
I am
love-
dressing up. So there's an anime convention called Anime North that's happening next year
Mm-hmm.
or next week.
Do you,
Excuse me.
do you cosplay?
Yeah, I've seen
Well,
you do it.
not regularly, but
I've seen you did the
I'm going
Pokemon
through
one.
this year.
Did you do
Yeah,
Dash?
I did the Ash.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm dressing up as the Hashira from Demon Slayer, the new one, the Uzui Tengen,
Oh, okay.
the ninja.
The ninja one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got my costume from
Shinobi.
AliExpress and everything.
Dude,
man.
that's perfect for you, bro. Yeah.
fuck, man. I'm pumped, man. Like I'm really
let's
fucking
go.
excited to do this.
You know, it's
man.
funny. He's a shinobi, but his name is Shinobu.
Shinobu.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
My favorite scene in that whole season is when he reflected to the other Hashira, the fire Hashira, and he stood
Oh,
up and
yeah.
smiled just like that, dude. I'm like, bro, that was
yeah.
a tearjerker moment, because
That was really sad, man.
Oh,
when
man, I
Goku
almost
dies,
cried, yeah.
Holy
Oh man, dude, because it's like, I'm gonna protect this boy because of Rengoku, and he smiled just like him. I'm like, yo,
Yeah.
come on.
Dang.
shit.
Because
Yeah, man.
Rengoku
That was
died.
really sad.
Yeah.
Rengoku
that's
died
right.
with a smile.
Yeah, he did.
Oh,
Yeah.
crazy.
So sad. Such like, you know what? I wasn't really. I mean, I was into anime, kind of like the basic Dragon Ball here
Yeah.
and there, but it wasn't until I got into Demon Slayer, and then I was like, fucking, I'm obsessed. Like, I'm obsessed, obsessed with it, man.
Now, were you obsessed about the storyline or the artwork? Because I fell in love with the artwork.
Everything. The storyline, the artwork, like that fight with freaking Gyutaro and Uzui was like a movie.
Oh,
And it-
yeah.
like that final fight when like
Yeah.
you think that Uzui's dead and he comes back with one arm and then they fight or whatever.
Yes,
that whole
super
sequence.
good.
And then
Super good.
and then the three boys are slicing the heads off. At the
Yeah.
end.
Yeah.
Oh,
That was like, that's like movie theater anime.
yeah.
Now-
But
yeah.
that was just on the TV show.
I mean,
man.
even the train. Remember that whole train
Yeah,
scene?
the train movie.
The whole train scene when he absorbed the train and all these freaking
Yeah.
boils thing showing up, and when what's the name of the boar? Inoue?
Inosuke?
Inosuke.
When Inosuke chopped the bone or whatever that is, so
Yeah.
perfect, so good.
Yeah, man.
It's just
And then-
beautiful.
it wasn't until Demon Slayer when I started branching out into other anime. So now I like Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah,
Oh,
Jujutsu
that was
Kaisen is the
so
next
good.
thing. Yeah.
Have you seen the movie?
No, not yet.
Oh, the movie's good. You gotta watch it.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Bro.
It's like
I
a prequel,
cannot-
right?
Yeah,
It's a prequel, but it's so
Yeah.
good. It is, and it's canon. So
Yeah.
it's canon. So you have to watch it, bro.
Yeah,
You
I've been
have
meaning to,
watch it.
dude. Honestly, I kind of want to rewatch it again, just to kind of refresh on it. I mean, I remember the main parts, but I really want to. It takes me
Yeah.
a couple watches to kind of like really absorb it.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
Because I'll watch it for the story or whatever, but then I
Yeah.
kind of want to watch it again. Like Demon Slayer, I must have watched like 3 times already.
Oh, nice.
Honestly, man, because
No.
like you like it at first, and then you kind of watch it again, and you kind of really absorb
Right,
it. And
exactly.
then that's when you start analyzing shit.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
No, but the movie, the Jujutsu Kaisen movie is a standalone, so you don't have to know the show to watch the movie because it's a
Yeah,
prequel.
yeah.
So you can
Yeah.
just watch it, and you probably like recognize some of the characters. And
Yeah.
then when you pinpoint, it's like, oh, that's from the show, but it's a different character. Like, what happened to him? And then it makes
Yeah,
sense
yeah,
now
Yeah, because
who he is in the, who that character is in the show.
agreed.
It will explain.
It's good.
So you are
Yeah.
really living the Filipino, not just the food, not just all of that, but also anime, huh? Like,
Dude, I try to dabble on like everything.
yeah,
Like
Yeah.
I like because not like it's just I like because I like how there's people that just like anime.
yeah,
And then there's the people that just like hip hop, and
Right.
there's just
Yeah.
people that just like basketball.
yeah,
I think that like this is the reason why I could talk your ears off is
Yeah.
because I can talk about the NBA,
Mm-hmm.
and then I can in the same breath I'll talk to you about Demon Slayer, and then at the same breath I can talk to you about Marvel Cinematic Universes.
Yeah,
At
yeah.
the same breath I
Dude,
can talk to you
let's
about like
go.
music. I can
Yeah.
talk to you about fucking like Star Wars fan theories and shit.
yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
That's-
I really
that's,
try to dabble into everything because like there's so much content out there for everybody.
Right.
No, agreed.
Kuya Nick, that is my biggest secret when it comes to conversation. I mentioned this in the pod before. I'm into a lot of those things, like sports. And I tell myself, one of our friends, his name is Kyle. We, including you and Waka and Kyle, we are like the hybrids of nerds because we're not just
Yeah.
nerds when it comes to manga or anime. We're also nerds to sports. We're part of the cool kids, but also we're part of the nerd kids,
kids.
which
Yeah,
right
yeah,
now. Which right now, by the way, nerd kids are the cool kids. It's like that whole thing transformed,
Right?
Yeah.
Because black
true,
community is absorbing anime. Like
Yeah.
dude. It's not just for weird white kids anymore. It's for
Yeah,
everybody.
yeah, yeah.
But anyway,
Yeah, man.
my secret is this: I haven't seen Star Wars, not one bit, and I for a reason, because I know I'm gonna get addicted to Star Wars. But I don't want to commit my life to watching Star Wars yet. So I'm gonna wait for a little bit. But what I did is I just know simple most common topics about Star Wars, and I'll ask you if you're into Star Wars, and I'll ask you
Yeah.
that, and I'll let you talk. Like for example, this is one of the big ones. It's like, hey, I don't understand why people hate Jar Jar Binks. I don't even think he's that bad.
Yeah.
I have no idea who Jar Jar Binks. I know what he looks like. I don't know why people hate him. But once they hear that, they have their own opinion. It's
They're
either,
triggered.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's triggered.
exactly.
It's a trigger conversation.
They'll either trigger it and say how much they hate him, or
Yeah.
they'll say the opposite and be like they'll agree. Like
yeah,
Yeah.
actually,
what's
not
your
that
big
bad.
deal
Yeah.
with it?
Right.
And I think so. Sorry to touch on the topic of Star Wars. I think the biggest toxic fans are Star Wars fans.
Really?
Like the toxic Star
Really?
dude, man.
What?
And they're racist. And fuck, man, it's fucking crazy, man. I swear to God. So there's a new series that came out called Obi-Wan.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's a new
yeah.
show that came out. One of the antagonists in it is African American. She's black,
Yeah.
and there was just so much hate, so much racism to this person, like so
Dang.
bad. I'm like, dog, like fucking. First of all, this isn't even the first black character that
Yeah.
is in Star
Yeah.
Wars.
Come on. Samuel L. Jackson, the
There's
pinnacle.
Lando Calrissian. Lando Calrissian is Billy D. Williams. He's black.
Yeah, yeah.
That's original Star Wars.
Right. Freaking Darth Vader is black.
The voice of Darth Vader is black.
Yeah.
Mace Windu is black.
Yeah,
how are you? And then there's red guys and green guys and blue guys and orange guys, and you're really tripping over this black girl. Like, chill, man.
Like freaking the peak of blackness, Samuel L. Jackson is in Star Wars.
Yeah, man. Like how freaking like his lightsaber literally has bad motherfucker on it. Like that's a fact. Like
And
his
I think-
lightsaber has bad motherfucker.
And he requested he wants purple.
Yeah, he wants purple.
Yeah. And they just they let him have it.
Yeah.
Because he's Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah.
But like, like Star Wars fans are toxic. Like they'll like fucking, if they hate something, they'll fucking hate it. You know, one of the latest ones, there's an Asian girl. Her name was forget her name. But she plays this character Rose. I think she's Vietnamese or Chinese.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's Vietnamese. And like people hated her character.
Really?
And when Star Wars people hate their character, they attack the actor.
What?
So she got she was bullied off of Instagram, man.
Interesting.
Like bad. Like her, fuck, what's her name? I gotta tell you. Maybe it'll ring a bell. Rose.
Wow.
Fucking Kelly Marie Tran. That's her name.
Oh, Tran.
He was bullied
Gotcha.
off of Instagram
Wow.
because of these toxic Star Wars fans, man. Dude, Obi-Wan himself, Ewan McGregor, had to fucking call out the fans to be like, you know what? You know, Obi-Wan is doing so well, but I've been hearing of all this fucking things towards my co-star. She's so great, and if you're a racist and you have attitudes like that, then you know a Star Wars fan in my eyes. For Obi-Wan to if you're one of those guys, and for Obi-Wan to tell you that you're not a Star Wars fan, dude, man, you should go fucking do something with your life.
Dang.
Obi-Wan really fucking.
And they're like, this
Obi-Wan really fucking talk shit about
and
you.
then they're like, this is why I'm a trucker.
Yeah, man. It's fucked. But going back to when you were talking about you find topics, that's how you learn about shit too.
Yeah, agreed.
And
You learn based on your guests, and then you become enlightened, and you become a little more informed on certain things as well.
Yep.
So it's great to kind of be a little versatile. And by the way, I think you're a great interviewer, both of you guys.
oh, appreciate that.
I think you guys are really good, and I think you guys kind of know, but it helps that I'm a fucking chatterbox.
It's good.
But I think the way that you organically kind of like earlier when you were kind of asking questions, you were kind of organically like come up with topics, and you kind of like, you know, with that being said, or you know to touch on this, and then you kind of like ask a question and all this
Right.
stuff. And it's great. I think it's great what you guys are doing, man.
Dude, I appreciate that.
I wouldn't be who I am because of this guy, but
Yeah, man.
I appreciate it.
That's good.
I really
that's
do.
really good. That's
Yeah.
really good that you
Yeah.
guys
Makes me
are
feel
doing this,
good.
man.
We have some,
Nice.
we have some guests here and there that's like, we have to be careful in what we say. We love. Okay, here's the thing. We love guests that does not care what we talk about. You know,
Yeah.
we can talk about,
Agreed.
and of course, we're not going to be really personal because we based our questions on what you post on in your content. You know, so if you post about your wife or your husband, then we're gonna ask you because it's in public place, so we're gonna ask you. You know,
Yeah.
but if you're not open about it, right, or your real name, you didn't put your real name in there, then we're not gonna talk about that. We're not gonna ask you that. So we have some guests. We're like trying to be careful in what we say because I feel like they just get triggered like that, and we don't like it. You know, like we want the viewers that we have know you more and support you.
Yeah.
So we want to expose you in a good way and be vulnerable to them. But now we can't do that because we feel like you are trapping us because we can ask you these questions.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
That's
I
why
mean,
it's kind of
yeah.
It's great. It's great to interview people when like they don't have a lot. I'm not they don't have a lot, but I mean like it's not like their public persona is defining them.
Right. Yeah, I
yeah.
agree.
You know, like for me, like fucking whatever. I'm not saying anything incriminating.
Yeah.
I would never say anything incriminating.
Yeah.
And for you to bring up something, then I'd either say, oh, I don't want to say it, or
Right,
whatever.
right.
Fucking like whatever.
Right.
It's just we're just talking. Like,
Yeah.
It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But
And-
like for
and-
somebody that have like a larger audience, like maybe for Abigail or something
Yeah.
like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe if you said something in her for she's probably at 1 million followers now.
Yeah.
on
I don't know
TikTok,
what it is.
Yeah.
But like yeah, there's something like she wouldn't. I'm sure there are like some taboo things that you wouldn't be able to ask her.
Right,
Yeah.
right. And of course we're not our content, because this is it's tempting, because this in social media, the more drama you got, the more attention you're gonna get, from people.
Yeah.
And this is why we stop, in school, even driving, we stop when we hear people fighting, because it gets attention like that. But we don't
Yeah.
want to be known as a content creator who builds drama. You know what I mean?
Of course.
And so we don't want to do that. With that said, we're not gonna ask controversial questions to people just to build drama. We don't like that. It's just we're just hanging out. The whole idea of the podcast is the viewers is watching us while we hang out with this Filipino dude that we just met online and get to know him. And you as a viewers, you just get to listen to our conversation.
Yeah.
And then
that's the
whole
podcast,
thing.
right? And then that's why
it.
like you get more viewers and stuff. And are you guys gonna like splice up some of this into actual video content? Is that what you guys trying to do?
And this editing just takes a lot of time.
Yeah.
Depending where you're posting it. But I've been trying to grind and splice some of the funny topics and good topics, good conversations, and post it on TikTok or a 3-minute video on Facebook, and then link the YouTube if you want to watch the whole thing.
Yeah.
And that was the,
Well, you got
that was
an
the whole
editor
idea.
here now, man. So any way I can help, man. Fucking-
Nice.
if any way I can help, fucking just
Dude,
let me
let's
know, man.
go.
That's
Let's
good to
go.
know, man. That's awesome.
This is one of the biggest perks of doing podcasts like this is so we have a lot of people from California. We have one dude. Shout out to Kuya RJ. He just went to the Philippines.
Yep.
He's adopting a Filipino girl, and he's gonna be staying in Angeles, Pampanga for a whole year. He's there right now.
Oh, cool.
And we have folks like you in Canada and some other places. So we're like, if we go to those states and those cities, we're like,
Yeah,
hey,
we know who to holler.
Hey,
Yeah,
let's
man. So
hang
that's
out.
why if you ever cross that border and you want to drive a couple hours to Toronto, dude,
Dude,
dinner's on me. Whatever you
Let's
guys
go.
want.
awesome.
Let's go.
That's awesome,
yeah,
man.
that's awesome. Well, we gotta land this podcast. I think we have about this is the longest podcast
Yes,
we've ever
agreed.
done, and it's awesome. I love it.
Yeah, we had a good
I-
time.
Man.
Dude, seriously, you're a
Yeah,
great
man,
guest.
I had great time. Fuck, you guys are so cool. I'm so happy to have met you guys. Hope to do this more often.
Okay,
If
I
you
have
need
a
something,
I
let
have
me
a
know.
plan. I have a plan. Since you're into anime and we're into anime, when the new and of course we can do more podcasts in between that. But when Demon Slayer drops, we're gonna hit you up and let's talk about Demon Slayer.
Oh yes,
we have to.
100%. We
All
can do
right, all
reacts.
Yeah, we can do reacts. I don't know the rules in reacts yet because I know there's copyright and kind of thing, but we can talk about per episode or per season
And do
and-
a review.
Yeah, like a
basically.
recap.
review. Yeah,
Yep,
recap
yep,
and
yep.
review.
Season 3, episode 1 recap.
Right,
yeah, fuck,
dude.
I'm down for that.
Dude,
man.
Yeah,
let's go.
that-
We'll do that. And we have a lot of this. This guy's more nerdy about animes. If you're starting in anime and you want recommendation, this is the guy that you need to hit up.
You guys have like other IGs that are not the.
Our personal. Yeah,
the
we can.
podcast
Yeah,
one?
Yeah.
we'll hit you up for sure.
Yeah, add me, man. Fuck.
Yeah, for
And then
sure.
We'll,
For
we'll
real.
share.
I'm
We'll feed off of each other and shit.
I'm a One Piece fan, and I don't think that's one of the animes that you need to start because I have 1,000 episodes. In my
that's
There's
a
too
lot.
many. There's too many, man. I
It's too
want
many.
to, but it's
but
like.
it's good. It's totally worth
Yeah.
it, Kuya. It's totally worth it. I'm
Yeah.
telling you. It's just a lot.
Yeah.
It's just a lot. I
Yeah.
do understand.
What do you think
that.
about that? What do you think about the live action that's happening?
Wait, they're doing a live
Oh
action?
my! I know about
Yeah.
that. Tell me a live action, not just anime, but even video games or cartoons that went too well, like went really well.
Lately, Sonic.
Oh
The
yeah,
Sonic
I get
movies
that,
are
yeah.
great.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the second one.
Second one's so good, and people are not gonna like me
Mm-hmm.
if they hear this. I think the Cowboy Bebop one was good.
Okay, I'll give you a pass on that.
I liked it. Okay.
Yeah.
The reason why I say that is because there are certain things that I don't like about it.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of things that I don't like about the live action Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah.
But in terms of content and source material, there's literally things and shots that are shot for shot from the anime and the live action.
Yeah.
There's word for word verbatim
Oh.
things that they say in the anime
Gotcha.
that are put in the live action.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I did.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I did
There's
watch
not-
the first episode, and I was like, okay, Okay. And I did like their
they-
selective arts. I mean, the actors.
Did they do the original intro? Because the original intro of Cowboy Bebop is a banger.
Oh yes,
So
they did.
good. The bass.
They recreated the whole intro
Yeah.
of the anime into live action.
Good. Man.
And same song, same
Yeah,
everything.
everything.
Right. But I mean, because look at all these live action animes. Dragon Ball. What in the world is that?
There's certain things that you can't touch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Avatar: The Last Airbender. That's
Like,
trash.
You should have just left that.
It's
You should
so
have just
trash.
leave certain animes. Like, I feel like Jujutsu Kaisen could translate well into an anime because of the setting of it. Because it's like high school.
Gotcha.
Mm.
Gotcha.
These guys are in a
Right.
school.
Yeah. they are.
Yeah.
Yep.
Even like
The
fucking-
the Death Note was trash.
yeah,
I
like
hated
even
it.
like there's just certain things that like translate well into live action, and there's some things that don't.
You
like
know-
I feel like if a Demon Slayer one was done well, it could translate well into live
But
action.
the demons. Here's my problem. I don't know if it's racially motivated, but they keep casting white people in these Japanese characters. Like
But
so if
that's
you,
another thing too.
like if you turn the Cowboy Bebop to a white guy, that's fine because he has a white feature. The guy has a white feature. You know what I mean?
Right.
But if you go into Demon Slayer in the Japanese culture,
yeah, they have to be Japanese.
it has to be. You know, you can't white or you can't Americanize, not just white, but you cannot Americanize a character like that. Like the Avatar: Last Airbender casting was terrible. Like the was it Zuko, right? Zuko was Indian. It was the word Sokka and Katara are white. Like it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
It's horrible.
That's the whole whitewashing of it, right? like same thing with thing. Even freaking Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
in
Shell, right?
Ghost in the Shell.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like there's so many things, but it's like casting for anime is hard because
Yeah.
like for certain animes, I understand Japan. They have to be Japanese.
Right. Right.
For I mean, like Demon Slayer.
Yeah.
But like, not to justify the Dragon Ball movie because it was horrible, but like they're not Asian.
Yeah. It's true. It's
They're
true.
not. They're not Japanese.
If you put like Cowboy Bebop, Trigun, and Lupin the Third, that makes
Yeah.
sense. If
Yeah.
you don't
Yeah.
Japanize that and make it,
Vash is a white guy.
yeah,
Yeah,
Vash
he is white.
Definitely a white
He's
guy.
straight white.
100% white guy.
He's
Yeah.
a white dude, man. Like that's why it's like that you can't. Sometimes it's hard. It's difficult to criticize certain casting calls, and I get it. Like, but like just because it's an anime doesn't necessarily mean that
They're
all of
Japanese
the
right
characters
away.
have
Yeah.
to be Asian.
Yeah.
or Japanese, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Like the
Like-
the Street Fighter movie, that one's good. I don't know which one because I know they've done a lot.
I
It was
I
good.
think,
The Assassin's Fist. That one was
No.
good.
Yeah, and then
It was like a YouTube series, and it became into like a movie or
a
something.
YouTube series.
Yeah. It's called the Street Fighter Assassin's Fist.
Mm.
That
I
was
don't-
good.
When you say Street Fighter movie, the only thing I can think of is the one with Van Damme.
Jean-Claude.
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean,
and Jean-Claude is French, or he's from Belgium, but
Yeah.
he's Guile.
yeah, he's guy. Supposed to be the U.S. guy.
yeah.
Yeah,
And
he
then
has
the-
the American tattoo.
Right?
And then the early, not the latest one. I don't know what I feel about the latest one, but the early Mortal Kombat was good.
Oh, the '90s one.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
fantastic.
Classic.
So good.
Love it, man.
So
So,
good.
good. Like, what more could you ask for? In terms of, like,
Right. Oh, it
like,
was,
you can't expect you
awesome.
can't expect Citizen Kane walking into Mortal Kombat. You know what I'm saying?
it was so good. But you can count it with your hand or maybe just one hand how many good live action games or movies and things like that.
Oh,
or
yeah.
what do you call this? The early Ninja Turtles was really good.
Oh, they did great.
Oh,
on
the
early
'90s one. Yeah.
yeah,
the
the one
90s
with
one?
the one with no nose,
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
flat
yeah.
nose. And then they Megan Fox the
they did.
the new one.
They
Yeah.
falsified
You
that
know
thing.
what? If they redesigned the turtles, the movie's good to me
Yeah,
because
I agree.
they're still Leo. There's still Raph.
Yep.
There's still
Yep.
Michelangelo. There's still Donatello.
Yeah.
They might not look like them,
Right.
but their characters
Right.
and the way that they've embodied their characters
They fit.
is the Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
That's them.
Yeah.
That's Mikey. Mikey is goofy.
Right.
Yeah.
Leo's the leader. Raph is a hard ass, and Donnie is smart.
Yeah, and they
That's-
they
they just
modernized
look
it.
weird.
You know, they modernized the
Yeah, they
Ninja
do.
Turtles, which is fine. Like that's what you know, to be relevant to the time period where we at. Like Donatello has all these gears and machines and things like
Yeah,
that. It's like
that's right.
it makes so much sense.
Yeah.
But they added nose holes.
Yeah, like they didn't have to do that. Like
No.
there's this ad in I think Germany or something like that.
Yeah.
Like they reanimated. It's like a mix of like 80s Ninja Turtles and the new Ninja Turtles. This is for a commercial, and he
Yeah.
looks phenomenal. Looks great.
Yeah, yeah.
Did you know? And since we're on it, I think it was on Power Rangers. Did you know there was a 5th Ninja Turtle?
Yeah, the girl.
Yeah, there was a girl. I never knew there was one.
Oh, is that the pink
Yeah.
one?
Yeah, the pink one.
Yeah.
No,
that's right.
she was blue.
Was she?
Was he blue?
She
light
was
blue, light blue, light blue.
Oh, I thought it was
and
the pink
her
one
name
with
was
the
Venus
ponytail.
de Milo.
Venus de Milo.
Yeah, because you know how all of them are named after like Renaissance artists. Or
Yeah.
whatever?
Yeah.
Oh.
Her name is Venus de Milo because I believe that's a sculpture by one of those Renaissance artists.
I see.
Huh. I thought it would be like a Van Gogh kind of thing.
Yeah, it's like this.
Van Gogh.
They're always
The
shocked,
scream.
like what the?
Yeah, I didn't know there was a 5th turtle.
Right,
I mean,
right. And of course, not to mention, you know, like Transformers was good, and GI Joe, you know, and they're not bad. But when it comes to the anime, it was
It's tough, man.
It was
and I know
tough.
you must. Filipinos love One Piece, man.
we do.
Oh, they
we
do.
love One Piece. We grew up
Love
with it.
One Piece. My all of my boys. Like I have a friend who has the fucking pirate tattoo.
Yeah,
Like the,
Oh, man.
the skull or that. It's
Yeah,
a skull or
yeah.
something.
yeah.
like
I
that.
almost got one, but I almost
Yeah.
got one. I love
Like-
them. I
like,
love One Piece.
Love One Piece, man.
Straw
Every
hats.
time
The straw hats.
I see jeepneys in the Philippines, bro, painted with One Piece characters, man.
I believe it. I
Nice.
believe it. But yeah, you just can't touch the untouchable animes. You know, like Naruto, Bleach,
Yeah.
Dragon Ball. You can't touch them. Like just
I feel
leave
like
them be.
Trigun would be a fantastic live action.
I agree.
I think so.
agree.
Because it's apocalyptic, and they did a lot
I
of apocalyptic
totally
movies
agree.
and series. So yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
If they do try again.
Trigun would be good.
And there's a word gun in it, so it's gonna work out in America.
Yeah, there you go, man. Fuck. Yeah, everyone's gonna watch that, man.
Yes.
Like, oh, this was an anime, and then no one wants to watch it anymore because the white guys like.
They can do a Hunter x Hunter. Like Hunter x Hunter will do well for a live action.
I haven't seen Hunter x Hunter. There's so many people that tell me to get on. Here's my problem with anime. I'll obsess over it and then I'll buy everything.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Do you see all those Hashira there?
yeah.
I have the Hashira. I have
Yeah.
the guys there. I have the Dragon Ball things. That's just one display. I have another display.
Oh, man.
in
Oh
my
shoot!
plus one there.
Shoot.
Oh,
Yo,
man.
you gotta listen to one of our early pod with
Yeah, with
Kuya
Dino.
Dino.
And he's
He's the ultimate nerd in TikTok. Dude,
Yeah.
he's the same way. He obsessed with everything. He has a full room with just
oh yeah, bro, the room is
games and
phenomenal.
animes and
Yeah, man.
it
But
was-
I
it
love
was
watching
crazy.
those because then it makes me feel better about myself. I don't have that much.
Bro,
like-
he's ridiculous with
Yeah.
all his
Yeah.
gears. It's crazy. He's the one that wrote the Dota song. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah. He wrote the Mas mahal mo ba ang Dota?
What's his name?
Dino.
Mas Mahal Dota.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't like a great quality.
Dino Roman.
Oh, okay. I might know, but I guess I'll watch it. I have
Yeah.
it here on my tabs
Yeah.
of all the things that we've spoken about.
Yeah. Hey, you
That I have
gotta
to
watch
watch.
My Hero Academia. The fan
Oh, that
service
one's
is
good
terrible.
too.
That was good.
I was leading into that before
Yeah.
I got into that. Everyone's been telling me to watch My Hero Academia.
Yep.
But my wife says don't, because she loves it.
Oh,
And then if I watch it, I'm gonna love it, and then I'm gonna buy everything.
It's really good. Fan service, terrible. Fan service of My Hero is the worst. It's the worst thing ever. But anime is phenomenal. It's really good.
Yeah, I hear it's really good. I like this premise of it. It's like a superhero high school.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. Artwork
That's
is
a
really
cool,
good too. Artwork is
yeah.
not as good as Demon Slayer. Don't get me wrong, but it's really good.
I've been watching Comey Can't Communicate.
I heard it. I haven't watched it yet.
It's not like a action one. It's just about this girl in high school, and she doesn't know how to talk to people.
Is it
It's on Netflix.
That's what I thought. It was on Netflix. It's a new one.
Yeah.
that came
Netflix
out.
original.
I think so. No, I might be. There's a manga of it, but I don't know. If
Oh, gotcha.
It might be original in the way that they are the one
They
I
purchased.
Yeah.
They own.
yeah. It's pretty much the idea. Like it's like a slice of life anime where it's just she seems like she's the popular arrogant girl in school, and people really want to be her friend or whatever.
Okay.
But like she doesn't want to. But because she can't talk to people, people think that she's like a jerk. Or she's so cool that no one wants to talk to her or whatever. But in reality, it's because she has like really fucking high anxiety, and she doesn't know how to. She has like really. She doesn't know how to talk to people.
Yeah,
she's, social anxiety is the word I'm thinking.
Right, dude.
Great anime, really fun.
Do you watch
Okay.
sports anime?
Not yet. I've been. I started Haikyuu.
Okay.
What do you think?
It's good, but again, I have to really. I need to sit down and watch it with somebody because I'm one of those guys. If you tell me to watch it, I'm gonna say yeah, I'll watch it, and then I'm not gonna watch it.
I see.
Like for Demon Slayer, my wife had to literally I had to watch it. I had to sit down with my wife and then I watched it, and then I was hooked.
I see.
But that's the only way that someone's gonna this. Comey Can't Communicate. I had to sit down and watch it because my buddies were like, "Oh, you should watch it. You like it." And I sat down and watched it with them, and then that's how I get into it.
I see.
But like for Haikyuu, for me to start something on my own, I can't do it.
Maybe we can schedule because we're obsessed with Haikyuu. We love Haikyuu.
And the only reason
play
why-
volleyball.
Yeah, that's it. And Haikyuu is like close to reality.
And you know anime. They
Tend to.
hyped and not hype,
Yeah.
but
Over.
hyperbole stuff like sports.
Yeah.
But this one it's realistic as it can be. But I mean, they still have they jump and they stay
It's
there
a
for a
slow
few minutes.
motion.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's really
Yeah.
good. Maybe we can.
There's this basketball anime. It's not Slam Dunk. I don't know what it is, but I came across. I was on the YouTube vortex.
Yeah.
Just shit shows up, and it was an anime where the dude does the Jason Williams elbow pass.
Oh, I know the anime that you're talking about with the colorful hair and blue and
I
things like
think
that.
so.
Yeah,
So he
yeah.
does the elbow pass. And
Yeah.
he's like, "Ugh." He passed it with his elbow. How did he do that?
And they were like running for a few minutes, but it's just few feet away.
Yeah, I know, man. I swear to God, I've seen like a mahjong anime, bro.
Dude,
Mahjong.
they're making what is this? It's a badminton anime, and they're doing it like crazy stuff with heavy spin and there was one sports anime that I saw with a bunch of girls, and the sport is they stay in this water with a floating platform, right? And the whole goal is to bump them with their butt and get them off the platform. Off the platform. That is the sport, and that is the anime.
That's a dead or alive volleyball game, man. Like legit, if you play dead or alive beach volleyball,
Oh, I know what
that's
you're talking
one
about.
of the mini games, man. I swear to God, they're on the floating platforms and they have to bump each other off.
Yeah, that is the anime.
And then they go.
The expression.
So, we were talking about live action anime. If there's a one live action anime, even though I'm totally 100% disagree with live actioning any anime movies, but if there's one anime that they need to do a live action, and I'm all for it, is Food Wars.
Oh shit!
Live action Food Wars. I'm all for it. I don't care if you ruin it. I don't care if you messed it up. I don't care. Just make it. And I want to know how you're going to do the eating food and stripping and moaning and all that stuff. Sexualizing the food. I want to know how you're going to do it.
Oh, that's sick, man. Fuck.
Yeah, the first episode. Jeez.
HBO would do it.
Definitely. HBO.
Fuck, man. I've been wanting to. That's the one. There's like each season is called First Plate, Second Plate, or something like that. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I have to watch that. I know my friends are talking about it though, and then I'm like, oh fuck.
Hey,
that
I mean,
sounds
if
like a
you
good-
have to watch it, first season is just enough because everything else is just the same.
Yeah, it's all the same.
Oh yeah, I think it's on. I think it's. But I'm a really sub over dub guy, so if I don't see like a
Subtitle?
Japanese version,
Yeah.
I
Oh,
won't,
yeah,
I
we're the
might
same.
not
Oh
watch it.
really, dude?
Yeah.
Man, your respect just went up on me now.
Yeah,
Subtitles.
you just went from here to here.
Subtitles.
Yeah,
to-
man, I
oh,
can't. I
man.
can't. Like, dude, I can't. Like Goku, I love Goku. I love Sean Schemmel, but it needs to be the freaking old lady.
Yeah, you ain't kidding. I decided recently to go back and try to watch all of Dragon Ball because I only know bits and pieces, and I watched it in Japanese. It's like
go.
this sounds more real than
Yeah,
the
man.
English one.
Even like, dude, that fucking that scene in Demon Slayer when they chop off both Hashira's not Hashira. They chop off the brother and sister's head up
Yeah.
at the same time.
Yeah.
That scene is like fucking
Oh,
nuts in Japanese.
so
But
good.
I the part of when I rewatch animes, I watch the dub to compare. So when I watch the dub, it's not
As
it's not
intense?
as great.
Yeah.
It's okay,
Yeah.
but it's not like it's not like Tanjiro doesn't sound. I don't like Tanjiro's voice
Yeah,
in the English dub.
I hate Zenitsu no matter what. I don't like that
yeah.
character.
At first,
So annoying.
I was just annoyed, but when he described how annoying he was, I like, yeah, you're right. From
He's really
beginning,
annoying, but he's OP as fuck.
when he's
is.
asleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That whole time when he's that whole arc when he's sleeping. and he's fighting.
Although, okay, I think we just started this reaction Demon Slayer
Already?
So he mentioned this. Like Inosuke is not Zenitsu is OP. He's fast. But how come Inosuke can keep up with his speed?
Oh, I know, right? That must be his
Like-
super
Oh,
fast,
yeah.
dude.
He did his god speed and following the chick, and then next thing you know, Inosuke's
And
right
then
in
he's
front of her.
following him.
Exactly,
Yeah, that's
I was
right.
tripping. I was like, how?
That's so true. I never even thought of that, man.
Like this dude is way too fast than Zenitsu.
yeah, that's so funny. I never even thought of that,
And
dude.
he got
caught
God's-
up to them.
Yeah,
Yeah, he did.
He got god speed. That he used his first
his
breath.
top
God-
speed. Yeah.
Like what? You
That's
caught
fucking,
up?
dude. I never even thought of that. That's interesting, man.
Yeah, because next thing you know, Inosuke is right there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bro.
It's like that. It's like that question. It's like if you're traveling in a car at the speed of light, what happens when you turn the headlights on?
Dude, oh my gosh, that's a good point. That's a really good point. Your light is right behind you.
Yeah, it's like you're faster than your light. Like it's still dark. Like what happens? Like
Dude, that's a good. Very
that's a
you
good
just
good
turn
one.
it on, but then like
Nothing
it's as if
comes out.
Nothing happened. Yeah,
That's
yeah,
a
yeah.
very good question.
Nice.
That's gonna bother me the whole week now.
It's like that one
thinking about
question
it.
of that one guy in TikTok where he posts like weird random questions that boggles your mind. The guy in the mirror,
Yeah.
the fat
Yeah,
guy.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, dude. But yeah, but we'll do it, man.
Yeah.
you've been a great guest,
You were
Kuya.
awesome.
Oh, thank
bro.
you,
You've been a
man.
great
I've been
guest.
so. I've
I'm
had
gonna we're gonna
really
do
great
a
time.
we're gonna do a Facebook live one of these days with a lot of Philams and Filipino, Canadians like you,
Yeah.
that was born and grew up in and not in the Philippines, and we're gonna do an all Tagalog podcast. And I'm gonna guest you.
Oh.
Good luck to me.
I'm gonna guest you, and just we have some like Kuya RJ cannot. Well, he knows some words. But yeah, I'm gonna guess you guys. We're gonna have a competition who has more,
Who knows
Oh,
more?
good. That's a good idea.
Right.
Yo, I'm down for that.
who
man.
has more Tagalog in their pockets.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
And
But my
then-
Tagalog's gonna come up Batangueño, bro.
And then we're gonna do like what is the Tagalog of some English words and things like
Oh,
that.
That's a good one, like kilig and like.
Yeah. No, not
Kilig.
that hard. Like you can't do that.
How do you do kilig? Like kilig. That's a video, man. That's on my TikTok.
It's like when you like, what is the English of kung sino kayo?
yeah.
If who you?
Who are you?
Sino sila? Who them? Who them? But yeah.
Oh, shit,
all right.
man.
All right, Kuya Nick, where can people find you in the social media world?
So at Aliwalas, Aleewalas on TikTok, and it's the same on IG. I also have Twitter, but I don't really have anything on that. So TikTok and IG is the best things to follow me on. And guys, this was great experience. Thank you.
Yes.
Nice. Awesome, man.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah. I hope this is the start of something
Dude,
great.
Yes.
And I would love to
absolutely.
be part of your lives. And thank you so much for
Absolutely.
That'd be
inviting
awesome,
me.
man. For real.
Absolutely.
And anytime you need an editor or something, just
Oh,
holler at
man,
me. And if I have time, I'll help
You shouldn't
out,
have
bro.
said that because I'm gonna.
He's gonna send me all the Dropbox files. Now.
I'm not kidding. It's true.
Yeah, man, just give me a shout, man.
Oh, for sure.
Right.
100%.
Oh,
Even
man.
you guys, man.
If you're watching this podcast or listening to this man, I like went other way around. If you're watching this vodcast and you're listening to this podcast, and you went all the way to the end of this long episode and you haven't
Yeah.
subscribed yet, I don't even know what you're doing. Like
Yeah.
you apparently like us and you apparently
just
like this
not
episode.
sure.
You're just not sure. You're still thinking, I don't know if I'm gonna watch your episode again. I have no idea.
Bro,
Just do it. Just hit that subscribe.
just
Follow
hit
these guys. Subscribe.
Just follow us.
You gotta do, man.
You guys can find us on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, TMFS Official or The Maximum Filipino Show. Just find us there. You can hit us up if you want to know about us and what we do and our guests. You can find us there and hit us up. If you have any questions, email us, themaximumfilipino@gmail.com and all that good stuff. But again, we want to say thank you to our guest, Kuya Nick.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Hey,
Thanks,
what is your do you have a Filipino nickname? Is it Nick or just Nick?
Nixie.
Nixie.
Oh, that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Okay.
Nixie.
But I'm gonna have to kill you guys if you call me that.
Yeah, yeah.
good.
I was like, they made you a girl named Nixie.
Yeah. Oh, we have
hey.
a lot to discuss, man.
Listen, at least it's not Nikki. Okay, at least it's not
Oh
Nikki.
no, I get Nikki too.
You get
Oh,
Nikki
really?
too? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is Nick short for something else?
We'll talk.
Okay. All right.
All right.
That's for another podcast.
That's for sure.
We'll see you guys later. Bye.
Late, everybody.
See ya.
Correct.